Rise and grind, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get bumpy. Time to attack and dominate. This is Morning Juice with Brandon Beam and Bobby Carpenter.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Here we go on a Tuesday, attacking and dominating our way to 9 a.m. every single weekday morning right here on The Fan. Brandon Beam, the General Bobby Carpenter, and of course our fearless leader and producer Mark the Shark celebrating an anniversary yesterday. He's out in Arizona. We got our man Bodie Wells with us. Bobo, happy Tuesday. Happy NCAA tournament is over day. Happy Masters Week. What's happening, buddy? Good to talk to you.
Hey, great to talk to you, Beamer. Excited to be in here. This little thrilling college basketball final yesterday. With how everything went, it was a back-and-forth game, so that was a lot of fun.
Defense. Defense.
A lot of defense. Florida turned on the offense when it mattered at the end. And got a chance to watch a lot of the quarterback school with John Gruden and Will Howard yesterday. So
how was that?
It was good. It was entertaining. It was very good. And John Gruden's just like, write this down. Write this down. And Will's like writing stuff on the iPad. Writing stuff on the iPad. It was just amazing. Nonsense. He's like, what do you listen to before the game? He's like, write this down. Shoot to Thrill. AC/DC. It's so amazing.
I can picture John, just the way that you said that. Shoot to Thrill.
AC/DC.
Write this down.
As if it's an actual note. I mean, oh gosh. It was so great.
I need to watch that maybe today or tomorrow at some point. Get that done.
It's pretty good, so you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun when you get some time between that and then watching the hoops game. Watched my daughter's lacrosse game yesterday. Started out nice spring day, finished.
Got cold in a hurry.
Finished in the blustery winter evening. I'm like, why did I not need my coat? People were like, I debated not wearing a coat to the game, and by the end of the game, when it's 40 and 20-mile-an-hour wind, it didn't feel as good. Then we had to cover our tulips and everything. We got home. It was a mess.
Yeah, it was. At least it was nice out for the majority of the day. Then, about 5 o'clock, the grayness started to kick in, and the winds of winter started howling.
That movie called The Gray with Liam Neeson. I think it's actually about the Ohio spring. It starts out, it's
killing
sunny,
your flowers.
It's nice. Hey, I went to teach my class. I didn't even have a coat. It's like in the afternoon. I'm like,
beautiful yesterday.
I'm not even gonna wear my coat. It's 3:40. I'm walking into there. I'm like, it's warm. Walk back out. It's warm. So I'm just gonna put this coat on just in case. It's gonna be a little windy at the fields. And was it ever?
Yes, it was. We got a great show lined up for you here this morning. We had Brian Hartline and Matt Patricia talking yesterday to the media. Update on the quarterback battle. We'll get into that coming up here around 6:17 this morning. It is Tuesday. Our guy Anthony Schlegel, he's going to join us live this morning. Coming up here at 6:30. Jackets at home tonight to host the Senators. Got to win them all. The hyphenator, Jean-Luc Grand-Pierre, he's going to join us at 7:17. More Buckeye talk at the bottom of the 7 o'clock hour. We will replay Schlegs 2 hours from now, coming up at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. And then Uncle Beau, he joins us as always, coming up here at 8:30 a little bit later this morning. Before we hop into anything else today, it is Tuesday. It's the 8th day of April, 2025. Time for Today in History.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
All right, Robert, what do you got lined up for us on this big Tuesday, buddy?
Oh, good. We got ourselves a great day, Beamer. It is April 8th, the 98th day of the year. 267 days remaining in this 2025. This date, 1879, milk is sold in the glass bottles for the first time, Beam. The milkman drive around and deliver milk a couple years ago. My son, Cullen, the third one, is probably in third grade. He's always trying to find ways to earn a living, make some extra cheddar. And he said, you know what, Dad? People usually need milk in the mornings. He's like, maybe I should put out during the weekend, bring milk and donuts to people's house. And I'm like, they can order it the day before and I'll go pick it up. It's like, they used to do that, buddy, back in the 40s and 50s. They had the milkman.
And then it went away. But now he's bringing it back.
Well, because they got refrigerators, Beam. That was the biggest thing. You could get refrigerated units. You didn't need the milkman anymore. This day, 1904, Long Acre Square. Do you know where that is, Beam?
No, I don't.
Well, it's in Manhattan. It was renamed to Times Square after the New York Times.
I have been there.
Probably been there.
Very sensory overload.
A lot of stuff going on. Day or night, doesn't matter. This date, 1974, Hammer and Hank Aaron hits his 715th home run, breaking Babe Ruth's record.
Downing has to ignore the sound effects and stay a professional and pitch his game. 1 ball and no strikes. Aaron waiting. The outfield deep and straight away. Fastball is a high drive into deep left center field. Buckner goes back to the fence. It is gone. What a marvelous moment for baseball. What a marvelous moment for Atlanta and the state of Georgia. What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South for breaking a record of an all-time baseball idol. And it is a great moment for all of us, and particularly for Henry Aaron.
A great call.
Absolutely. Pretty impressive right there.
And remember what Shark told us at the end of last week when he tied Babe Ruth's record? He actually sat out a couple of games because it was on the road, and he wanted to accomplish it at home.
Yes, I think the Braves wanted him to do that as well. It was in Cincinnati. He hit the tying one in Cincinnati and sat out the final 2 there before heading back to Atlanta.
Couldn't do it this year. Stadium's flooded.
Is it underwater right now?
It's close.
River is arising.
Yeah, it's close.
This date, 1980, CBS airs the TV movie The Gambler by Kenny Rogers.
That was a hell of a bluff you ran back there. I wouldn't have bought it. You didn't have time to reload. I mean, I heard the front barrel. It was empty. And it wasn't time to load the second one either, was it? Was there?
Let's just say I ran half a bluff. You got to know when to fold up, know when to walk away, and know when to run.
Good job there, Bodie. That was well done. I was hoping to get the opening on that. Good job there,
You're drunk
sir.
to taste this chicken, Kenny Rogers.
He's the best. This thing, 1989, The Look by Roxette hits number 1 in the U.S.
I just have
What in the world could
sweet...
make a brown-eyed girl turn blue, Beam?
I have a sweet mental image of AR in a nice plaid, like, white linen suit, top down in, like, a Trans Am.
Oh, yeah.
Cruising down High Street.
Or a white sport coat looking like Don Johnson.
Yeah.
Like a nice...
With a pastel undershirt.
Oh, like a pink pastel T-shirt underneath.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, that's basically AR, just his hair teased to the max.
Flowing in the wind.
Some sweet Oakleys on, just...
Very coiffed.
Yeah, looking good. Braided belt, pleated pants.
Oh, yeah.
Looking solid. This day, 1991, Michael Landon announces he has pancreatic cancer.
I think you have to have a sense of humor about everything. I don't find this particularly funny, but if you're going to try to go on, if you're going to try to beat something, you're not going to do it standing in the corner.
What Landon was trying to beat was inoperable cancer. But this 1991 press conference announcing his condition to the world was actually laced with humor.
When you come out of this, how will you live life differently?
Well, I certainly like the way you phrased that. Would you like to stay for dinner?
Cindy Landon, who would be his widow in less than 3 months, told us later the laughter was pure Landon.
He was laughing and making jokes up until the last minute. There was never self-pity for himself. There was never anger. He was always upbeat.
Look at that. Michael Landon, one of the greats. Offspring releases their debut album Smash, wildly successful this date, 1994.
Offspring back. Just released a new album.
Did
Pretty
they
good.
really?
It's very good.
I'm going to have to listen to it because I love Offspring. I've seen them in concert a couple times. They're really
you'll
good.
like it.
That was
solid.
the first album I ever bought, by the way.
Was it?
Smash, yeah.
Mine was Saint Lunatics with Nelly.
Nelly, there you go. So St. Louis just asked my tattooist meme. This date, born on some birthdays, born on this date, 1918, Betty Ford, the 40th First Lady, founder of the Betty Ford Clinic. John Havlicek, the Buckeye, born on this date, 1940.
Ball in. Johnny?
Freer's putting the ball on a play. He gets it out deep, and Havlicek steals it over the stand. Jones. Havlicek stole the ball. It's all over. It's all over. Johnny Havlicek is being mobbed by the fans. It's all over. Johnny Havlicek stole the ball. Oh, boy, what a play by Havlicek at the end of this ball game. Johnny Havlicek stole the ball on the passing.
Hero.
Oh, I knew Bodie was going to be happy about that when I said it was John Havlicek's birthday. I was hoping that's the call you would get. It's one of the most iconic calls in all of sports. Where did that come from, Bodie?
You mean like the series and whatnot?
Yeah.
I think it was 65 against Philly, Eastern Conference Finals, maybe.
Havlicek stole the ball 1976 against the Lakers in the Eastern Division Championship, Game 7. Dubbed by NBA's the most famous radio call in basketball history. Well done on that, Bodie. I always thought that was in the finals. That's one of the things. I thought it was against the Lakers or something in the finals, but it was in the Eastern Conference Finals against Philadelphia back in the day, en route to one of his 8 NBA championships. He was there for he was there for the run with Walton, and then he was overlapped to the next, and then he won one in 74, I believe, as well.
Multiple championship windows.
Yeah, he hit that second window. Very, very talented player. This board on this day as well. Catfish Hunter, the 8-time All-Star, 5-time World Series champ, pitched a perfect game as well. Baseball Hall of Famer. Gary Carter as well, born on this date, the 11-time All-Star and Hall of Famer. Chris Kyle, the American sniper, if you will, born on this date, 1974. And I had to throw this little nugget in for Bodie to keep him up today. CeeDee Lamb turning 26 years young today.
Now 3rd down and 13. Blitz coming. Prescott able to get out of the end zone. And now airs it out for Lamb. He's got it. He's gone. When he gets there, it's a touchdown, Cowboys. On top. Derek Barnes was coming on a blitz. Prescott able to get out of his own end zone. And with that catch, CeeDee Lamb ties the franchise record with 111 catches in this single 2023 season. What a combo. Number 4 to number 88.
Went on to have 1,750 yards that season and 135 catches. Pretty
nice
good
one
year
there for CD. And then passings this day, Pablo Picasso passing on this date, 1973. Some holidays, observances. Beam, it is Step into the Spotlight Day. It's Trading Card for Grown-Ups Day. How about that? It is Free Cone Day at Ben & Jerry's in 25. I don't know if that's still going on as well. And then National Empanada Day.
Ooh.
And everyone loves a good empanada. And those are the birthdays, passings, your holidays, observances for this date, April 4th, the 98th day of the year, and 267 days remaining this 2025.
Good job on that, Bob. As always, the Buckeye quarterback battle. It's neck and neck. That's next. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, still watching State Route 56 down in Circleville, shut down in both directions between Canal Road and 104. Watch for that again down in Circleville. The rest of your Central Ohio roadways moving along just fine. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if erectile dysfunction is making a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and the one you love. At Tri-State Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like early pay. Moving up payday so you could get your money faster. Up to 2 days faster. And there's no cost. It's your money, right? So stop playing the waiting game. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney. Direct deposit and eligibility requirements apply.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more locally grown goodness to life with a farm-fresh selection of crisp vegetables and juicy, ready-to-eat fruit. Whether topping off kebabs on the grill or adding healthy color to a leafy green salad, your family will definitely enjoy the delicious taste of Meijer produce. Plus, you'll appreciate the selection and savings we have to offer. That's the fresh-picked good life, priced for real life. We work hard to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
Before you start your day, UDF has already started baking your breakfast. We're making biscuits and croissants in our bakery served with sausage, egg, and cheese before you hit your first alarm. Fresh baked breakfast sandwiches from United Dairy Farmers. UDF. Mornings made for you.
Get ready to be back in the shoe. The Ohio State Buckeyes football spring game, presented by Union Home Mortgage, kicks off on Saturday, April 12th at noon in Ohio Stadium. Watch as Coach Day and the Buckeyes take the field for an action-packed game day atmosphere. Feel the thrill of game day style reps and the excitement of cheering on our reigning champs. Find out how you can take a photo with a national championship trophy. Only available at BuckeyeExperiences.com. Join us for a celebration of Buckeye football and a preview of what's to come this fall. Tickets start at just $8 and are on sale now at OhioStateBuckeyes.com.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
Does heel pain make you hobble just getting out of bed in the morning? If heel pain is affecting your ability to exercise and meet your walking or running goals, relief is as close as your local podiatrist. Podiatric physicians are highly trained doctors who specialize in medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle. Ohio Foot and Ankle podiatric physicians are available across the state and are devoted to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care.
For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
We plant trees because people need trees, and when planted in the right place, they have great impact. Trees help slow climate change, filter our air and water, foster biodiversity, and strengthen our communities. They create the kind of transformational change the world needs now. April is a month filled with opportunities to care for and plant trees. For planting resources, contact an Ohio ISA certified arborist who can help you learn how to take the best care of your trees. Visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
That freeze warning continues for us until 11 a.m. for the cold snap of air that moved in. We'll have clear skies and morning temperatures in the 20s, but with the winds, the feels like in the teens. This afternoon, don't let the sunshine fool you. We will be sunny, but highs will only get into the mid to low 40s. And then for tonight, mostly clear overnight with frost developing and another round of freezing temperatures, only getting in the mid to upper 20s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Prime Sports is the official sports book of Morning Juice.
Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
The Fan. In high school, Bobby was a district swimming finalist. Also, Beamer still wears floaties. This is Morning Juice.
All right, Schlegel, he's coming up here in 10 minutes, 6:30 this morning. Hey, let me tell you, I'm 70 pounds down. Officially 70 pounds with the Waken 180. I've transitioned smoothly into maintenance mode. And this isn't just the weight loss. This is life-changing stuff. I've dropped 13% body fat, visceral fat points, which we learned yesterday. Bob, are you about fat that protects your inner organs? Those points are down 8.
I like you to use the term protects.
Well, you got to
term surrounds.
Spin it positively, I guess. Honestly, feel like a completely new man. And the coolest part is that Awaken 180 just doesn't say congratulations and then wave goodbye, kick you right out the door. They prepare you for maintenance. So now I get to reintroduce to myself to foods that I love: pizza, ice cream, maybe some soda pops. But seriously, my mindset's completely different now. Do I crave junk food? Honestly not. Can I eat those things now? Sure. Will I? Absolutely. But the difference is I no longer feel like I need them all the time. And Awaken 180's free support for life means that this weight's going to stay off. My body's now working for me instead of against me. And I'm finally at my healthy baseline weight, feeling awesome. Change your mindset, change your life. Awaken 180 made it happen for me. And if they can make it happen for me, they could definitely make it happen for you. Check them out online at awaken180weightloss.com. How was your Monday? Okay?
Yeah, it was good. I had a really good time. Monday, taught my class, hammered that out a little bit.
Like Mondays are a pretty busy day for you.
Mondays and Wednesdays, I got a lot going on, Beam. So that's fairly intense as we're passing through all of that. But yeah, I taught my class, had some meetings, popped over, listened to the end of Ryan Day's presser, got a little workout in, went home. Well, then I had a meeting. Then I went to class again. Then went straight to my daughter's lacrosse game. Got back, helped put some pasta on for the kids, and then watched some college basketball. Tried watching the first episode of White Lotus with Courtney, and she fell asleep. So I stopped it, and then it was about probably 20 minutes left in it. We put on the basketball game was just starting, so I was like, all right, I'll watch this, and then. Halftime of the basketball game, I discovered the Will Howard, John Gruden.
Shoot to thrill, AC/DC. Write it down.
Sit down, yeah. And as I was watching that, I was like, all right, I'll finish this up. And that kind of extended past the game. So I watched the rest of that and then went to bed about 11:15.
Perfect. There you go. That's a pretty solid day.
Perfect. It was a long day, but yeah, I wanted to go to bed earlier than that. I forgot the game was even going on until about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and then it was. I feel like they at least moved the tip time down by at least like a half an hour. I feel like it used to be a 9:15, 9:20 start. So
yeah,
I mean 8:50, you'll take it, and the game was good. Like we knew the Final Four games were going to be good.
Was good.
Yeah, and they were. But all three Final Four games were pretty solid. And last night. Florida claimed its third national championship in the last 20 years. We'll get into that a little bit more coming up here at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. You mentioned Ryan Day right there, catching the end of his press conference, and we'll give you some of that right now. How about the quarterback race as a whole? How's he feeling about that situation?
Well, one thing, I met with the quarterbacks, and I made the comment that the only thing that was different about Saturday's practice was the fact that, we had students there and we had the media there. Other than that, it was just another practice. But what it does make you realize is how important every rep is. And that's, my job, and that's Billy Fessler and Brian Hartline's job, is to make sure that, they understand every single play matters. And we got to get better every day. That being said, it's been, 3 guys getting after it every day, improvement across the board. There's been good days on all fronts, but then there's been other days not so good. They're growing, they're learning. There's nobody that's that much further ahead of the other one right now, so they're going to continue to compete, and this is a big week for them, and Saturday will be a big day for them as well, get in front of everybody and have an opportunity to compete.
So he kind of mentioned there that the gap really isn't crazy. Now, he did say that Tavian St. Clair is just a little further behind, but I think we all kind of expected that, Bob.
Yeah, because he said he didn't have the experience. There's a lot that he's kind of swimming in right now. Physically, like, he looks the part, he can throw a good ball, but as far as just the mental part of the game and everywhere he's at, he's like, those guys they've got more experience on him. And so that's what's tough to kind of overcome at this point.
Yeah, we were talking about that even last year, when Aaron Nolan came in and Julian Sayin came in. I mean, it was an open quarterback competition. You had Devin Brown here, you had Lincoln here, and Will had just transferred in from Kansas State. So, I mean, you had 5 guys in that room, and, whether it was on YouTube or whether it was on social media, whatever, people would ask us all the time, like, well, what about Julian Sayin? What about Aaron Nolan? It's just extremely difficult for a true freshman to come in here and compete for a job at the starting quarterback position. Not to say that it can't be done. Certainly it could. It's just very, very tough to deal with the expectations that you're dealing with at a program like Ohio State.
Oh, yeah. This isn't somewhere where you can go and learn on the job. Texas is the first game, and Ryan talked about them being live and why that was important.
Yep.
Partially because you're playing Texas week 1 and not Akron, so you're not going to have a chance to kind of wade into the pool. This is more of a jump off the diving board situation. And then you'll figure out the temperature. So you need to challenge and test your guys throughout the offseason. And so part of that, I mean, they're swimming a little bit, and they're seeing a lot, and they've input a lot now. And so when that happens, it becomes, exponential as far as what you have to be able to handle because you have more to handle and you're seeing more on the defensive side. So it can make for a long day for a young quarterback.
And here he was, kind of a follow-up, talking about both quarterbacks, Julian saying Lincoln Keenholz being in the mix. Asked if Lincoln is really, truly in the mix.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You saw his potential on some of the throws that he made. You saw his athleticism show. We did, at a point, make the quarterbacks live, I think, which is the first time we've ever done that, I've ever done that. But I felt like it was important for them. And that was good to see them, move in the pocket and understand what live bullets are going to be like. And I think that's behind us now, but we got that in, and that was good. But I think that Lincoln, and I think it's the same for all the quarterbacks. We're trying to make the routine plays routinely, and I know you've heard me say that before, but that's really important to keep the offense moving. And we have good skill players, we have good pieces around them. If they can just keep the offense on track on first and second down, and then play good, smart football on third down, make the throws in a red zone, and then when it's time to win the game in a 2-minute drill, that's when they have to be special. Right now, we're to the point where we just need to make routine plays routinely. We've seen them make this spectacular. We need them to make routine plays and be consistent. And sometimes that can be boring, but that's playing the position of quarterback. And all it takes is 1 or 2 plays to ruin your entire day. We've been there before. Where a quarterback can play really, really good, but one play could ruin the entire afternoon in the game. So, I'm kind of bouncing around on you, but with Lincoln, I think that's the case, but it's like that with all the quarterbacks.
I like when Ryan Day talks about that, make the routine plays routinely, because, at its base, it does sound like coach speak, and he does say it a lot, but there's a lot of truth in what he's saying. Like one play, you go back and you look at the Penn State game this past year. That pick six at the very beginning of the game could have ruined that game.
Oh, yeah.
Could have just straight up ruined that. You go back and you look at the Oregon game. Will Howard taking a slide. I know that there was crazy things going on. End of game sequence. People are losing their minds. Things are happening quick. Will Howard sliding when there's zeros left on the clock. That ruined the game for you, right? That was a single play that we talked about for a long time. Now, a lot of that stemmed from maybe some of the defensive issues that were going on that game, but Will Howard got the brunt of a lot of that kind of blowback from Ohio State fans. It takes one play, Bob, to ruin the game. So when Ryan Day talks about making the routine plays routinely, that's a 3rd and 3, a pitch and catch, not overthrowing, not underthrowing, not throwing an interception, just making that play on target, continuing that drive, and not throwing a death ball.
Yeah, you talk about making the routine play routinely. You mentioned the Penn State as the downside. The routine play was throwing that 42-yard ball to Jeremiah Smith at the end of the Notre Dame game. Yeah. Like, Jeremiah Smith is open. He is where he needs to be down the field. Your job is to put it on him and to finish that game. Like, you didn't need a superhuman Herculean effort on that. You had to execute the play that was called and throw it to an open receiver. And Will was able to do that. And it's making your layups, man. It's making your layups. And whether that layup is to win the game or something that, to make it, go up by 2 points in the first half, like, making your layups is key.
Anthony Schlegel, he's going to join us live here, coming up in 2 minutes. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Right now, we are still watching crews clear out a crash in the downtown area. This is on the ramp from 71 northbound to 670 westbound. Watch for the left lane blocked off over there and slow-moving traffic. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steckerwald with your Fan traffic.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text GRIT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text GRIT to 42424. That's GRIT to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter. He'll be there quick. Legend has it, underneath the NJM insurance offices lies a room of rejected mascot memorabilia. Is it real? No one knows. But we do know NJM is proud to put policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance.
Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Fast, sustainable weight loss without medication. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
One of these guys thinks Clintonville was named after Bill Clinton. You're listening to Morning Juice.
It is Tuesday. It's about 15 degrees, but that doesn't matter. It's still a Schleg day.
The best way to start a morning is with a heavy dose of iron. Gas station ready, always. It is Schleg Day.
Every single Tuesday at this time, we head out to the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Check it with our guy. He is Anthony Schlegel. Schlegs, happy Tuesday, happy spring, happy winter, all on the same day. What's happening, buddy? Good to talk to you.
Oh, Columbus, Ohio, how your weather deceives us. It's so nice, and now it's chilly, and the grass is green, but now there's frost, and guess what? You know what? Who cares? Go squat.
Go squat, Schlegs. You never want to miss a leg day. Did you like what I sent over in the little Instagram machine about if you're a guy that skips leg day, what you're all about?
Yeah, you're soft.
Well, I mean, you eat tofu. You're a guy who eats tofu because you want your food to be as disappointing as your life.
No, it was perfect. That's exactly right. That's why I gave it the little heart emoji.
I know.
You're the heart guy.
From my heart to your heart. Schlegs, what we got? I saw a little clip from the Armory yesterday where we've got the cold plunges outside with the sauna getting cooking. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that looks like
how Swedish of you.
Hey, Sprechen Deutsch, right? No, it's German, but I don't even know what they do over there. But, hey, man, no, that's so Brian Peters, Brian, Bob, but, he has breathing for performance, and Kelsey, she's a member at the gym, and she does a thing for Expand Your Limits, and does a great thing about just helping empower women. And they just did like a small little event right there in the parking lot, and it's great, and it's a community, and that honestly, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, And some of the best conversations you're going to have in life we've had in locker rooms, Bob, right? Or
dude on dude
in a sauna, right? And it's just. I mean, all my great ideas came from training. The striking machine. I was working out at the Woody, and I was like, hey, this could work. And I went in to the office and wrote it down on the whiteboard. That's just how it happens, man. It's just like you're just around other people. You spur convo, great marketing ideas, boom, training, right? Like that's what I do. If I want to spur intellectual thought, I go lift weights, and out comes magic.
A wise man once told me, all you need to solve any problem in the world is a whiteboard, a couple of markers, and maybe a monster involved. And really, all the world's problems can be solved.
Yes, that's true. I know that man. That man was me. And that's because it's facts, Beam. It's because it's facts. That's what we do. Solutions for institutions, man. Remember that time we solved the Big Ten's problem?
Yeah, I do. I remember that we spent, I feel like, at least 2 or 3 hours solving the COVID non-football playing issue over in your workshop.
100%. We had it on the whiteboard. I mean, it was beautiful.
Kind of felt like Matthew McConaughey in True Detective season 1 a little bit, but I feel like we got at least the problem solved at the very end.
We did. They should have paid us.
Well, Schlegs, listen, you're doing a million different things, running a million different directions, but what they've got right now, Schlegs, is another spring practice coming up today. They've got this one, I think, and one more prior to the spring game. As you start looking at this week in totality and what is going on, where are we kind of at with what needs to be done? Is there still room for improvement, or is this just kind of what you've done, the hay's in the barn at this point for the spring?
No, if you have nothing to prove, you never improve, Bob.
It's true.
Mickey Marotti. And here's the thing. I think I heard them all talk about it. But you still got 2 more practices, and then you got the spring game, and everybody's kind of in their own little situation now of like who's getting reps, who's not getting reps, guys going down, guys being held back, guys doing whatever. And the one word that popped up the entire time was consistency. And that's it, right? You mentioned it the other day. It's not about how high your highs or how low your lows, but how consistent you can be. And that's what this is now. You're going to have more stuff. They're going to put more situations. The defense is basically in, which honestly is great, the way that our defense has been playing. That they were able to put in now during spring only helps you in fall camp. And so anyways, I just think it's the one thing that all players can do, and coaches, because again, they're getting evaluated by Ryan, is being consistent. And let's not kid ourselves. As a player or as a coach watching other coaches, we have a lot of new coaches here. This is one thing that I remember from the very beginning when I started training him. He's like, I'm like, are you like this every day?
The G Scott is who you're referring to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, G asked me if I was like this every day. I said 100%. He's like, okay, yeah, we'll see. And then I'm just like that every day. And then I just continue to melt his face off. And he's like, do you ever stop? And I'm like, no, this is who I am. And that's the thing, right? Are you just authentically that, or are you juicy when you want to be juicy and not when you don't want to, right? Like that goes for coaches, that goes for players. And that's
what about Juicy J?
Oh man, Juicy J, dude, so good. I think he had a song that I don't know why it's popped up in my mind. Bands Will Make You Dance. That was one of the
facts.
Yeah, sex. Look at that, man. Juicy J. There's like a snake crawling up his leg or something on the album cover. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, I mean that's what they're doing right now, guys. So. Anyways, be consistent. Be authentically you. Nobody wants fakeness.
Hey,
what's up?
We got to
Why is it
listen.
so damn cold out here?
It's just the way of the world. All right, it is. It was 70 degrees last week. 15 inches of rain this week. It's 25 degrees out and snow. We got to listen to a great video of you yesterday, and I think Bob was talking about how it was at the Rotary Club? Rotary Club, where you were over at Scioto giving a great breakdown to some employers about treating your employees the way that maybe you wanted to be treated, and you're not going to accept a crappy Excel formula, and you're going to yell at a friend for not getting his chin up all the way on the pull-up bar. Yeah. Do you recant that? Do you recall that?
Oh man, I probably blacked out when I was talking. You know what? I do remember going to that, Bob. I don't remember what I talked about in the slightest, but, because this is real content. You know what I mean? I try to keep it real for the people. Hard conversations. We were talking about on the Bobby Carpenter show about, the convo after the game, right?
Yeah.
And that propelled the guys. And there was a question somebody hit up on there, like, man, I wish there was more detail. Somebody hit me up on it, and I'm like, well, what more detail could you want, right? Like, and I sometimes forget this. I'm like, what kind of more details would you want? Like, they've all talked about it. They were hard convos. It was respectful, but it was to the point, in your face, right? Hard. Lots of self-introspection, yes, and being held accountable, right? Like that was the meeting. Here's the problem. Here's the problem when I say that. Okay, as my alarm keeps going off, my doom machine, I can't even. Oh, there it is. Snooze that guy.
Yeah, temporary fix.
Temporary. Anyways, I forget that people don't have those.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I forget that people don't hold other people accountable, because we've gotten into the fact where it's like, I don't like confrontation. Well, there's nothing confrontational about it when I tell you you're doing a crappy job. Like, hey, let me ask you a question. in the newsletter that goes out weekly, does it not say that everybody should do this? I'm just saying. I'm just asking. It's company policy. And yet you continue to habitually not do that. Okay, why? I want to know, and then I'll be like, why? And then I'll pull a trust out. Well, then why? Okay, why? And then I'm like, and then I will finish the conversation with, okay, well, guess what? This is the way. And then, poof, David Copperfield, you don't do it, you gone. That's the other thing. Like, it is very difficult. It's very difficult. The GSF factor is a real deal, but the lack of it's not even confrontation. It's just being able to communicate something that you perceive could be an inconvenience or different to somebody else because you don't want to have to explain it, or you want like that happens. Just like those people, like, hey man, you're doing a spreadsheet, something messes up and it's trash and you can't reuse it, and that's why you pay that person. You're going to hold them accountable, just like that guy. Hey, I mean, John Simon was ripping my face off the other day for going, not going down all the way on my pull-ups. I'm like, John, I don't have a freaking labrum. And he's like, I don't care. I'm like, you know what, facts. I'm going to go all the way down. Charge it to winning.
Buddy,
Anyways.
Always appreciate the time. Thanks for hopping on with us here this morning. Hopefully you can get back into bed. Don't hit that snooze button too much, and we'll check in again next week.
I'm up. My plans changed. We had some stuff happen, so I'm still here. And, I'm heading up to the Armory right now. But, hey, guess what? It's so cold outside. You know how to heat that body up? Go eat some iron. See you guys. Bye, guys. Be cancer. Saddle up. Bye.
There goes Anthony Schlegel with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. To play or not to play? That'll be the question NFL players face when the Olympics roll around here in a few years. We'll do that in Quick Hitters next. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
An issue we were watching at that 670-71 split has wrapped up, so we're not watching any major crashes that will slow you down right now. Busy traffic on 33 on the southeast side and on 71 near Polaris. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Save big money on your next staining project right now at Menards. Pittsburgh's ultra-advanced semi-transparent exterior stain and sealant in one can be applied on damp wood, allowing you to clean the surface and stain in one day. Save big on ultra-advanced exterior stain and sealant. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-324-VEIN. That's 614-324-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Spring forward, Columbus, with the Waterworks and Header Heating and Cooling Services. We're here to thaw you out with this limited time offer. Get up to $2,000 off a new complete furnace and AC system. This offer is too good to pass up. The Waterworks and Header Heating and Cooling now together to serve you better with $2,000 off a new complete furnace and AC system. This offer won't last. Call us today, 614-232-2222. That's 614-232-2222.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HindererMotorCompany.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. Of course, I sit and do the show 3 hours a day. But after that, I'm looking to get things done and enjoy the spring weather. So I want to be on my feet a lot, playing golf, working out, just moving around. I was introduced to the Good Feet store because my feet were aching way too often. And what I found there is a 3-step custom arch support system that has me feeling awesome. My personally fit arch supports have helped realign my feet, reposition my body into a more ideal position, and not only that, strengthen my feet to help support me. It's made all the difference in how I feel every day. The Good Feet store is going to help you where you need relief and find the arch supports that work best for you. And when you wear them as a system, their arch supports are more effective at long-term pain reduction and elimination. So go in, take the free test walk. Good Feet arch supports are immediately available. Their products are proudly made in the USA. They're on Polaris Parkway and on Stringtown Road in Grove City or at goodfeet.com.
Remember how that little girl in Poltergeist was in the TV? Yeah? Well, she's actually dead now. It's quite sad. Anyway, watch your favorite fan shows on your TV by subscribing to us on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan. Do it now.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
All power, zero compromise. Eagle cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it's the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit casterconnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution Specialists.
If you make a wisecrack about Dayton Pizza, Beamer will murder you dead.
Humor. I have it too.
This is Morning Juice.
A little cold Tuesday. Schlegs wasn't having it. But you know what? That's okay. We're here. We're awake. We're alive, alert, and enthusiastic.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Bones, happy Tuesday to you, buddy.
Happy Tuesday, guys. I am not entirely sure whether or not Schlegs was awake when I gave him a ring. He kind of answered the phone, said, "Oh, crap." He didn't say crap, but nevertheless, he kind of let out a little bit of a yawn. He said, I'm ready.
Hey,
I said, okay.
He showed up.
He did.
He woke up.
That's the most important
He got
thing.
it done. Okay?
Exactly.
He has not got it done in the past, and we've all listened and watched that experience happen.
But today?
No. As of recently, he's always there.
The best of ability is availability.
Yep.
Guys, we'll start with the NFL here. In a little more than 3 years, we will have flag football in the 2028 Summer Olympics. Several NFL players have already expressed interest in playing in the games, but they could have a little bit of a fight on their hands. While players want to play in the league, sees it as an opportunity to grow the game, owners are cautious about players missing training camp ahead of the 2028 NFL season and, of course, injuries. I think it's easy to see both sides of the argument. Carp, do you think we could see maybe some clauses inserted into guys' contracts to let them play? Where do you think they find a middle ground on this?
It's going to be interesting because they want the game to grow. The league does, but the league doesn't have to worry about it. They want their players healthy, obviously, but they don't have to worry about specific injuries to individual players, as far as how that impacts their competitive balance. They want their stars to be able to be stars. So I'm not sure how they're going to do this. You got to think. I mean, they've done it with the NHL a lot. The NBA has done it.
Professional soccer is a big deal. Like you play a majority for your club, and then World Cup, Euros, all these international competitions roll around.
Football's injury rate is probably significantly higher than most of those other sports. I mean, hockey's is pretty high. But
this is a different game, though. I mean, it's the non-contact version of the game.
How many times have you watched people tear their ACL without touching
I know,
someone
a
else?
lot. I've seen it happen a good amount.
Real.
That's why they call them non-contact injuries.
Yeah, and that can happen. But the propensity for it to happen shouldn't be as great. So we'll see. But they need to find a way to get this done. I don't know if that's contract carve-outs. But, I mean, if you're going to have guys go out there and say, hey, if you get hurt, then we can void your deal. But even though you're promoting the game on a global stage, like, it's the same thing. And if I'm a player, then why the hell are you making me go to São Paulo, Brazil to play a football game?
Mm-hmm.
Sao Paulo. Like, why do I have to go play a game in Mexico City, or Spain? No, because you're trying to grow the game internationally, which is good for the owners, which helps them make more money, and the players. So let's figure out a way to get that done.
To your point, Bodie, I do see both the upside and the downside of this. And to your point, Bob, like for the league-wide purpose, they want to push their stars, right? They want to be able to grow the game. For the owners and the actual putting of the players onto the field and having the risk of injury, that's where this discussion becomes real at. But I think at the end of the day, man, like if someone came to you or me or Bodie and was like, listen, I would never be in this position anyways, but they're like, hey, you have a chance to represent the United States of America at the Olympics. That would be hard to turn down.
Who do you play for?
Yeah, exactly, Bodie. Right? I mean, we talked about coming off the Olympics and how it would be one of the greatest things.
Charles Barkley said it.
The Four Nations, even just a couple of months ago, like that was fantastic. Too. Yeah, Seven Nation Army, Jack White, throw him in there. It's such a unique thing, and we've never seen it before. So just getting the opportunity to wear the Stars and Stripes or wear whatever nation that you're born in, you have affiliation with, would be such an incredible thing. So I don't know how many people that they're actually, when the owners sit down and if they say like to their players that you can't play in this, I think there would be severe pushback on that from these guys who would be invited and wanted to play. I think so,
because guys realize like the greatest honor is to be able, like, to sit there, as cool as it is to win a Super Bowl and to win championships and all these other things. The greatest thing in any sport, and the NFL's never had this, and they still don't have with the NFL, but they will have an opportunity here with flag football, is to stand on a podium and to hear your national anthem played while they put a gold medal around your neck. I can't even imagine the feeling that you would have of what you've done, and like, it's a way for the athlete to serve their country and to bring, some honor and glory to it in a certain way. And so it's not military service, but for an athlete, it's as close as you're going to get.
Listen to him, Bob. We can beat these guys. How about that ride in? I guess that's why they call it Sin City, Las Vegas. That's where Geno Smith and Pete Carroll have reunited. And the veteran quarterback is already loving every minute of it. Geno had this to say about the coach he spent 2 seasons playing for in Seattle. Quote, "This is unfinished business. To be able to play for him, to be a part of this organization, means everything to myself and my family. I was just telling him I'll run through a wall for him, and he knows that." Smith also added that Carroll loves all of his players like they're his own kids. Since they made the Super Bowl in 2002, the Raiders have made the postseason just twice, and they lost in the wild card round both times. It won't be easy in that division, of course, but Beamer, do you think a trip to the playoffs could be possible for that duo?
It's such a tough division. You look at the Broncos, maybe a year ahead of schedule with what they were doing last year.
Look at the coaches in that division.
Yeah, I mean, you got
Andy
Harbaugh,
Reid, Sean Payton, Jim Harbaugh.
Pete Carroll.
3 of the 4 have won Super Bowls. The one has been to another Super Bowl and won a national championship. They all have good young quarterbacks outside of Vegas. So it is a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, I don't know if a trip to the playoffs is in store for them this year. I think they'd really have to hit on their draft. They have been spending money. They got the Max Crosby deal done. I think Geno Smith, listen, it's great for him, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, being able to get that contract, and he's moving on to somewhere else. Meanwhile, Seattle gets their guy in Sam Darnold. I think it's a nice stopgap. I don't think Geno Smith is winning you a Super Bowl. I think Geno Smith can do enough inside of that offense. By the way, Chip Kelly out there too. I mean, we know what kind of an offense he runs. We got firsthand experience with that this past year in Columbus, and you could see when it's at its best what it looks like. I don't know if a playoff run is in store for them, but I think we're also forgetting that Pete Carroll's won a lot of games in the NFL, and it's just such a tough division to do that in, though, Bob. I mean, you had mentioned the guys.
You look at the coaches.
Yeah.
Look at Pete Carroll's been to multiple, won one. Andy Reid won multiple, been to even more. Jim Harbaugh, been to one, been to a national championship. Like
Sean Payton.
One's won. Been successful. He has the Broncos turned around.
Pete Carroll,
quickly.
been to 2, won 1.
So I'm saying, like, these guys, like, this is not some.
And the ball to Marshawn. Maybe he won back to back.
This isn't like this is the NFC East where you look around at like a lot of the coaches that are inexperienced.
Brian Schottenheimer, what are you talking about?
Easy. Go easy on my guy Shotty. Like I think he'll be better there than
Nick Sirianni just won a Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
Did. Before that,
Dan Quinn had a 28-3 lead in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did. He had won and gave it away.
Ryan Dable made the playoffs the first year in New York.
Daniel Jones, which might be harder than winning a Super Bowl, honestly.
Yeah,
he did. He took the Giants to the playoffs with Daniel Jones as quarterback. Brian Two-a-day ball might be great.
I mean, that's a great accomplishment. I'd put that on any resume and it would stack up. The great debate rages on. Would you rather lose at the wire or get the doors blown off of you? We had that situation unfold last night. That's next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there and happy Tuesday. No crashes on the map right now, but watching busy traffic on 33 out in the Plain City, Dublin area and on I-71 near downtown. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your Fan traffic.
Hey, spring is here, and nobody wants to suffer through another spring, summer, fall, not being able to do the things you love. Get outside, walk around with friends, go to your kids' games, go to your grandkids' games. Maybe you want to go bike. Maybe you want to play some pickleball, some tennis, some golf, whatever it is. Those are the activities you'll love to do. And maybe you're in intense pain. Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. That was me. That was my dad. And so you want to know what we did? We went and saw the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, Ohio. They're on the case, and they're going to get you the relief just like they did for us. For me, it was my knee. I had some issues from playing. They helped it out. For my dad, it was his other knee. They helped him out. But whether it's a hip, a shoulder, or back, you won't miss a beat. There's no surgery, and there's no long recovery. With QC Kinetics, the science is solid. They'll give you your life back without harmful meds. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus and find out the easiest path for you. They've got 2 new locations in Canal, Winchester, and Grove City, so give them a call at 380-208-4544.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, people are officially going crazy over our sleek, black-framed windows. They change the entire look of a home.
Leslie, nobody believes that just black frames can change the look of a home.
It's like when Superman put on his black-framed glasses and became Clark Kent.
Wait a second. Clark Kent is Superman? Are you messing with me right now?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Skyline nachos are back, and now there's a spicy version. Get them with Skyline's cheddar or habanero cheese, topped with fiery jalapeno slices. But hurry, Skyline's regular and new spicy nachos are only at participating restaurants for a limited time.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and spring is here, and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get mulch ready for the season. Now through April 5th, get 5 bags of red, black, or brown mulch for just $10.95. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your yard with the best.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Spring forward, Columbus, with the Waterworks and Header Heating and Cooling Services. We're here to thaw you out with this limited time offer. Get up to $2,000 off a new complete furnace and AC system. This offer is too good to pass up. The Waterworks and Header Heating and Cooling now together to serve you better with $2,000 off a new complete furnace and AC system. This offer won't last. Call us today, 614-232-2222. That's 614-232-2222.
This is big. Rent-A-Center's biggest discount is on. From April 6th to April 12th, take 50% off the total cost to own on all items in-store or online, only at Rent-A-Center. 50% off offer reduces the total amount necessary to acquire ownership pursuant to rental purchase agreement. Offer valid on new agreements entered into April 6, 2025 through April 12, 2025. Participating locations only.
Spring is here and it's time for a fresh start, starting with your ride. At Germain Toyota, we've got an offer that'll drive you into the season in style. Get behind the wheel of a 2025 Toyota Tundra SR5 today for just $499 a month. That's right, a powerful, rugged Tundra, just like the one I'm driving, for $449 a month for 36 months. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or online at germaintoyota.net. $39.99 down, 36-month lease, plus tax, title, and fees. No security deposit required with approved credit. Offer ends soon. See dealer for details.
Brought to you by the Capital One Saver Card. With Saver, you earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and at grocery stores. That's unlimited cash back on ordering takeout from home or unlimited cash back on tickets to concerts and games. So grab a bite, grab a seat, and earn unlimited 3% cash back with the Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Buddy Wells. For the third game in a row, Florida had to overcome a second-half deficit, and for the third game in a row, they did just that. Last night in San Antonio, the Gators overcame an early 12-point difference in the second half as they rallied to beat Houston 65-63 in the title game. It's the third national championship in the last 20 years for the Florida Gators. Baseball last night, Hunter Green threw 8 2/3 scoreless innings, and Blake Dunn hit a 2-run double in the 8th inning as they guided the Reds to a 2-0 win over the Giants in San Francisco. Those two teams will go again tonight out on the West Coast at 9:45. Nick Lodolo gets the start for the Redlegs. As for the Guardians, they were off on Monday. They'll play their home opener this afternoon in Cleveland against the Chicago White Sox. First pitch is at 4:10. Ben Lively's on the bump in that game for Cleveland. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss with a 98% customer satisfaction rating and thousands of 5-star reviews. The choice is clear. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Bobby is known as the General. Beamer is known as Beamer. This is Morning Juice.
Hour 2 for us here on a Tuesday. Coming up, 7:17-ish. The hyphenator, Jean-Luc Grand-Pierre. He's going to join the program. We'll talk a little Jackets with him. Got to win them all. Home against the Sens tonight at 7 o'clock. And then 1 hour away from right now, top of the 8 o'clock hour, Schlegs. He's going to join the program.
Keeping you informed about what's trending this morning. It's time for a little re-rack on Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Billiards Plus, the largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard in Central Ohio. And everything you need for the master griller.
I don't know if this is good news or bad news. Just checking the odds for the Jackets to make the playoffs. Yesterday they were 70-1. We're down to 65-1 today. Make you feel better?
I mean, that's... I don't know. I mean, should I feel better, Beam? Maybe a little bit.
Do you feel better? I guess that's a bigger question.
I mean, if you're jumping out of a plane, does it matter if it's 30,000 feet or 29,000 feet? If you packed your chute and you've never done it before.
Really, I mean, it doesn't really matter anything above 50 feet.
Here's what Rothman gives you all the deets. You know, he's Mr. Analytics guy, human analytics guy. And he said effectively he'd broken it down, how many games are left, where. I'm trying to think. It wasn't Ottawa. Who is the
Montreal?
Montreal, I believe. They're the team in 8th right now.
Yeah, 1-5 in a row.
Montreal's in 8th.
Currently sitting at 85 points.
85
you are at 77.
So he said breaking that down with 6 games left, he was assuming that the Jackets get all 12 points, which that's a healthy assumption to make.
Yeah, that would get you to 89.
He's like, they would have to go 1-3 and no better than 1-3-1.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so you would need to go undefeated, and Montreal would have to go 1-3-1. And that's assuming that there isn't another team that's in that mix that...
A la the Red Wings, Rangers, or Isles.
That could end up going on like winning 4 or 5 at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Who then they would be in the mix.
Yeah.
So the odds are long, Beam.
Well, yeah, they're 65-1 long.
But they're not as long as they were.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is.
I don't really either. I don't know what happened.
Someone may have lost a game and so like, well, maybe they weren't getting. Well, I guess if they weren't getting enough action, they would have expanded the odds to try to make it more juicy. Maybe they were getting too much action. Maybe there was too much belief in the Jackets.
Maybe Shark out on vacay said, you know what? 35th anniversary present to myself, a 70-1 lottery ticket.
He was talking to his financial advisor about liquidating his 401k.
Yeah.
He said the stock market's down. This is my chance to hit big.
Interest is up. Stock market's down, Bob.
Yeah. Jackets in the playoffs, 70-1.
Stonks.
Shark, think about what your retirement will look like. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Retired today.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Yeah, you didn't even need to make it to July 11th. Who cares? It's going to be all good. 6:30 coverage for us begins here on The Fan tonight. How about Hunter Green? Was a third of an inning away from getting a complete game last night. Went 8 2/3. Reds beat the Giants 2-0. Feeling pretty good at the Giants again tonight. They snapped their 7-game winning streak, 9:45. You can listen to that game on ESPN Columbus. Gardo's classic home opener weather for them today.
Yeah.
4:10 start.
Us on the lake, you get that wintry mix kind of coming down on you.
Is the weather? What's the temperature you think going to be at first pitch in Cleveland?
I don't care about the temperature. What's the real feel going to be like? Because it's going to be windy coming off the lake. That's going to feel terrible. What time is the game start?
4:10 today.
That's by the end
it's
of that.
the warmest part of the day.
Yeah,
it's the high. It's the temperature at first pitch is going to be 33 degrees.
That sounds great.
With a nice wind of 15 mile an hour.
Oh,
Real
yeah.
feel feels like 24.
That sounds good. How about it's like 6:30?
6:30 is going to feels like 26. So we're actually going up.
We're getting warmer. Is the wind dying down?
Yeah, the
or
wind's dying down a little bit.
Yeah, I don't believe that. No,
Do we think Jack has a good warm up for his first pitch? Like, do we think he's going to be kind of lubed up and ready to rock for when he throws it out today?
I want to be drunk.
Beer layer?
Oh, Jack's throwing out the first pitch
Jack
today?
Sawyer's throwing out the first pitch today for them.
Wow. That's I didn't plan this in the I didn't plan this beam in when I was talking to Jack about how to do this because dealing with the extreme cold, that's a whole nother deal.
He's played in the elements.
Not baseball. Well, probably when he was younger. That's the best part about Ohio spring sports. So I was standing there watching my daughter play lacrosse. I'm like, oh, you get this nice mix. In the winter, the spring feel of 45 with a nice 15-mile-an-hour wind on you, Bodie.
Meredith is so pumped.
Maybe some not a steady rain, but just the smattering of raindrops on you.
It's kind of how it was last night at like 5:30. Exactly that.
I'm watching one of the ladies. I don't know if you've ever seen these. And Bodie, you probably don't go to a lot of kids' events, I'm guessing, right now.
Not a ton, no.
That's good. I mean, because we'd have to probably get you on some sort of watch list if that was the case. A guy in his mid-20s going and just watching a lot of kids' events without any relatives there.
Mm-hmm. She just loves ball.
But, there's all these different things. Like one of the moms last night had called a Mom V, which is kind of like a poncho. It's waterproof, but it's got fleece inside and like an internal pocket system, Bodie. So you can. Well, someone's calling it a Mom Bay, and my mom, of course, like it's a Mom V. And then I joke, I go, what you need is one of the pop-up clear plastic tents. Have you seen these? It's basically like a pod that you get into, and it's all clear plastic, but it helps eliminate the wind and any type of precipitation.
Like something you would take if you were going hunting, but clear instead of camo.
Yes, it's completely clear plastic. And I was making fun of, there was a lady that had one last night watching the baseball, which was behind the lacrosse. And joking my guy Backus, I'm like, dude, you can get one of those because he always gets cold. And the court's like, we've got one in the car. I'm like, that's terrible. Why would we have this?
So it's like a little mini igloo.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it looks pretty good. We have a tent like that at home for Willie.
Yeah, exactly.
It kind of looks like his crib topper you gave me, but instead of it being, instead of it having some netting on it, it's just straight up plastic poncho.
to block the wind and the precipitation.
What are we doing?
But I'm like, isn't the purpose of you go here? You can kind of talk to other parents. Talk to
I like
your
to
spouse,
self-isolate.
Yell at the refs.
How are the refs supposed to hear you yelling at them when you're
right?
When I'm berating that 17-year-old kid who's getting $20 to a fish.
Come on, ref!
You suck.
You're blowing my kid's future out here.
Oh, it's so great. But here's the other thing. Like, number one, will they be able to hear you? You'll be like Will Ferrell in the glass cage of emotion. Mm-hmm. Will they be able to hear you out of there? You're essentially
actually bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
Yeah, if you're in a phone booth. And then the second piece of it, I mean, if you're a ref, are you really going to take the person seriously who's sitting in that thing?
Yeah, you're Bubble Boy.
Hey, Bubble
or
Boy.
Gal.
Hey, Bubble Gal over there.
You're not tossing them.
It's
You're
like,
just like,
no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk over there, and it's going to be like someone in a porta-john. I'll push them over on the zipper side.
Flip it over.
Hey, how's everything going? And just dump them on their face. Have fun getting out of here as you're rolling around on the ground like a turtle trapped in your little sleep pod.
That's a great mental image.
Exactly. Hey, buddy. You good? You come up. You want to talk to me? That's great. And you just grab the top of it and pull it forward on him. Hey, and you have to roll that thing over on the inside. How's that feel?
That probably feels worse than Houston last night.
Well, that is true. The Houston. I'm watching that game. Like, I was torn because I wanted Houston to win at the beginning, and then I started watching Florida. I was like, you know what? They play a likable game. They pass the ball a lot.
I think both very different the way
they're
that they play.
Very different, but Houston, they're super aggressive on defense. But like Florida, like they pass the ball. Dude, there's a ton of ball movement. I love watching good passing in any sports because we're so much now in just a straight isolation game in life, one-on-one, mixtape me, Google me, B, like all this crap. I want to see people share. Yeah, exactly, Caleb, dancing down the court with his hand locked out like Kobe Bryant. But I want to see people pass the ball, share the ball, pretty sports. And Florida did that last night.
I also put in a hell of a defensive shift middle of that second
They did.
half.
I'm like, I can't watch. Can I really cheer for Florida to win? I'm torn here. And
I can never cheer for Florida.
I
to win
know.
anything.
They're such a hateable place, especially if you're a Buckeye.
Especially in basketball.
Give Florida
too.
credit. I mean, they came storming back.
Yeah, they did. They were down 14, 12.
It was basically like double digits most of the game and almost the entirety of the second half. And then they made a push and got down by like 2, and then it got stretched to like 8 again.
They led for just over a minute. They didn't lead. They led for 17 seconds and then led the last, 48, 46 seconds?
100%. You know, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot there, dude.
So it brings us back to the age-old question. Would you rather lose at the end when you don't even get a shot off or just have the doors blown off of you?
Yeah.
And I think if you're a Houston fan, you would take what's behind door number 2 and just have the doors blown off you. They got you right to the wire.
Know.
You could taste it. You could taste a national championship.
I know. Would you rather have been able to like bury the game with 5 minutes left? I think that probably some Florida fans were feeling like that at halftime.
Yeah.
You know, don't just drag us around and get us close and then we lose. Just if we're gonna just quote Scotty Vegas, if you're gonna suck, just suck.
Right. Yeah, it's just great defensive effort, like I said, for Florida. That's Houston's first loss they had all year long when they did not allow an opponent to 70 points. Think about that. They're like 34-1 this year when they didn't allow that.
I mean, I guarantee you, if that game was, people just said the game was going to play and look how it looked, most people would say Houston would probably win because it wasn't like Florida.
You're not playing in the 80s.
Yeah, for Florida to win, it's up-tempo, playing in the 80s. They're the team that touches 100.
Yeah.
I mean, and they had like 40 at half, 45 at halftime or whatever it was. Or not even, like what was the halftime score?
31-28?
Yeah, 45. I'm talking 28 points at halftime. You're on pace for less than 55, 56 points. What are we talking about?
Yeah. Congrats to them, I guess. Good job, Florida basketball. The hyphenator, Jean-Luc Grand-Pierre, he's going to join us. We'll talk a little CBJ with him next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Right now, we're watching one crash on the west side. 70 westbound is slow moving because the right lane is blocked just past Wilson Road as you're approaching that 70-270 split. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan traffic.
As men get older, our bodies change. We all know that. And often, we just accept the changes as the way it is. But some of those changes, such as bad sleep patterns, low sex drive, brain fog, no energy, and reduced gains in the gym could be due to low testosterone. And that is something you can change. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And even if you're in your 30s, if you're experiencing some or all of the symptoms I just noted, you very well may need low testosterone treatment. With our treatment protocols, if you're like most men, you'll be amazed at the change. You'll have more energy, improved mental clarity, your sleep will be better, so will your workouts, and you'll likely find that your sex drive increases too. So give us a call today and make the change for good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
When you buy from Pella, you could meet Brad, Bob, maybe Mike, or 54 others that make our local Pella team so awesome.
And if you buy from me, you'll get to meet me.
Just a one-man operation, Wilson?
I've got a bunch of cousins helping me, but based on their work, I'm not sure they've got thumbs.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Tomorrow.
April is Autism Acceptance Month, and it's an important reminder that we must support and celebrate all students, no exceptions. That's what Ohio's public schools do. We don't pick and choose our students. We provide safe, welcoming learning environments for all. That's why Ohio lawmakers must support our public schools in this state budget.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A very cold start for us. Temperatures in the 20s, but with the winds, the feels like in the teens. And then plenty of sun as we get into the afternoon, but highs will struggle to get into the low 40s. For tonight, mostly clear with areas of frost. Lows tonight again in the mid to upper 20s. And then Wednesday will be in the 50s with mostly sunny skies to start. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Prime Sports is the official sports book of Morning Juice.
Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
The Fan. Counting down the days until Shark's retirement. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Before we check in with our great friend, the hyphenator, Jean-Luc Grand-Pierre, let's go to the Roosters.
Oh, you hear the sound, and you're like Pavlov's dog. Its mouth starts to salivate because you know it's a Tuesday, and that means it's an appetizer Tuesday, and the featured appetizer is going to be $3 all day long at Roosters. What is the featured appetizer today? I know you're on the edge of your seat. Well, Beam, with the Guards having their opening day at home, it's the 5-tool player. It's the Mott Sticks, crispy golden breaded on the outside, warm and gooey on the inside. Absolutely dip it in some marinara sauce. It is the one that you want. It's the one that you need. It's $3 all day long. In an hour from now, we're going to give you a chance to win a $50 Roosters gift card. If you can win, that's what he said.
Coming up 1 hour away from right now.
Buckeyes.
That's when we're going to give away that gift card.
Morning Juice presents Talking Jackets.
Now it's Boone Jenner along the end boards, and he stuffs it behind Peter Mrazek for the score.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Every Tuesday at this time, we head out to the hotline, check with our great friend. He is the hyphenator, Jean-Luc Grand-Pierre. Jean-Luc, thanks for the time. Always appreciate it. Where have the goals gone?
That's a good question. I have no idea, Bobby. No clue. I mean, it's, the up and downs of the season, unfortunately, right now. The well dried up at the wrong time.
So Sean Monahan was even talking about that over the weekend, Jean-Luc, and I think it was after the Senators game. If he could just put his finger on maybe where the goals are not coming from, just kind of this late season collapse that we're all seeing. He's like, I can't really explain what's happening. When you're in those situations, Jean-Luc, as a player, I mean, how do you kind of pull yourselves up by the bootstraps to get yourself out of that funk?
I mean, typically, first of all, I've never been a goal scorer, so I can tell you right now that I've been in that situation my whole career as a defensive defenseman. But I'll tell you, usually when you're struggling with any part of your game, right, you kind of go back to basic, right? So whether it's like playing a little bit more of a physical brand, right, to create more opportunities for yourself, just so you can kind of like feel involved in the game. But when you see a whole team go through it, that's when it becomes even more, amplified, because you understand like the situation that you're in. You're looking at Montreal on the other side that somehow is winning games against every other team. It doesn't matter if it's the Florida Panthers or the Buffalo Sabres in front of them. They're beating them. And on your side, you're like, what has happened here? And then the other thing, too, is like, those leads early in the games eventually is going to take a toll on you. Try to come back in every game, because now all of a sudden you open up the game a little bit more, take some chance, and if you're not scoring, the other team is, because they have more opportunities. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle that is extremely hard to get out of, but the key is finding a way to get that first or second goal of the game to finally remember what it's like to play with a lead,
Absolutely, and trying to figure that out sometimes can be a little hard. And Jean-Luc, you're in a tough spot right now. But I think coming into this year, if you would have said that you were even in this spot a week ago or even now, despite how long the odds are, there's still a conversation and a potential pathway, no matter how difficult to get in there. So you would have to say, I joked with Bob McGilligan, is it better to have loved and lost than never have loved at all? Like this season, I think right now, everybody, if you would have given them this back in November, they would have taken it, despite how tough maybe this ending has been the last week.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, right. And it's one of these situations where it hurts even more, because you always, at the beginning of the season, you're thinking, hey, I want to be in the conversation, right? I want to be in the conversation. But for the Blue Jackets, they were in the conversation for like basically the whole season. And you kind of were in for a while there, and it really makes you believe, right? And it's kind of like, you go on Wheel of Fortune on the TV show, right? And you get picked in the audience, and now all of a sudden you're like, wait, I'm going to be on TV. You're excited. I don't care if I win or not. My goal was just to get on TV. Now you're in the audience. You get picked to go in front. You win all this money, and then you roll like that wheel one more time, and it goes like bankrupt, and you lose everything, and you're like, dang it, right? So it's like you gave me a taste of it. I could have won. Before I went on the show, I said I'd be happy just to be on TV, but now I almost won, and I lost everything. That's kind of what it feels like as a fan. As a player, obviously, you take that experience and learn from it, but as a fan, you're like, dang, we're in a conversation we're in. We should have been in if we could have just even played for 500 maybe, but now unfortunately everything crumbled around us, so it hurts even more. But again, as far as the growth for the whole group, I think it was a good experience.
He is the hyphenator Jean-Luc Grand-Pierre with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Jean-Luc, as a defensive defenseman, what have you noticed about the defensive issues and some of these goalie issues that we've been seeing over the past week or so as well?
I mean, I think the pressure basically creeped down to the whole group, right? It's, when as a goaltender you're going in knowing that, you can score 4 or 5 goals, you're playing a little bit more loose. And now everything, the magnitude of everything is like, it works its way down from the forwards to the defensemen. You can see Zach Werenski's pressing a little bit more with the puck as well. Try to create, sometimes he gets caught out of position, try to, create some more attack. That opens some holes on the back end. And the goaltenders, I think they're feeling they're feeling the stress too, because they have not been on their A game, realistically. But for me, a good example of that is last game, right? Tarasov starts, soft gap on that first goal by the defenseman, but he still has to make that save, right? He still has to make that save. He doesn't. And then all of a sudden Elvis comes in and not prepared, right? Because he just played the night before, not expecting to play. He goes in and has his best, 55 minutes of play in the last, 7, 8, 9 games, right? Because all of a sudden there was no pressure. It's like, hey, I'm just coming here because the other goalie got pulled, and I'm just here to, try to do something, but he wasn't really prepared mentally or physically for this game. But what did he do? He just went out and played. And when you just go out and play, things are great. But when there's pressure and you start thinking too much, that's when you really struggle, and that's what happened with this team.
So we have 6 games left, Jean-Luc. I mean, as a player, when you look at this knowing you have zero room for error, what's the conversations that are being had inside the locker room at this point?
I think it's just playing hard. I mean, realistically, you're pretty much out. I mean, it's under 1% chance, so that E may not have appeared yet. But, I'm pretty sure, they're realistic and realize that, I mean, even if they went and won their last 6 or 7 games, I mean, it would take a major collapse of every single team in front of them to lose every single game as well. So right now, you just want to finish strong, simply because that's part of the culture that's been established this year. Is effort, effort, effort. If you score, you score. If you don't score, you don't score, but you just got to keep going. But it becomes extremely frustrating. I'm just happy that it happened in April and not in November this season, to be honest with you. But it's one of these things, again, because you kind of had a taste of it, it hurts that much more.
Jean-Luc, we got to tip our cap to you as well, because I think you nailed the Ovi breaking the record before he came here. He did it in one less game than Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, pretty impressive, huh? It's, it was definitely something to see for me. Honestly, if you would have asked me, 5 years ago, if that record would have been broken, I would have said absolutely not. There's no way that can happen. I think even Ovechkin himself didn't think that would be done. But for him to be able to keep that pace and score at that rate has been extremely incredible. And you could tell that the Washington Capitals ownership wanted it to happen, right? Ted Leonsis wanted Ovechkin to beat that record, and he put a crazy team around him this year because Nick Backstrom and TJ Oshie kind of retired because of injuries. The Washington Capitals did not look good, and then all of a sudden they kind of went on a retool on the fly that's been nothing short of magnificent this summer. And next thing you know, right? Because them and Pittsburgh always were toe-to-toe, and then 2 years ago we're like, well, Pittsburgh and Washington, it's over, right? And then all of a sudden you look this year and they're first. So, I mean, it's really incredible what they've been able to do around him, and credit to him, but also to the ownership of the Capitals and obviously their general manager to spending money wisely and make it happen extremely fast.
Jean-Luc, always appreciate the time. Thanks for hopping on with us here this morning. Looking forward to the coverage tonight, and we'll check in again next week, okay?
All right, guys. See ya.
There he goes. Our guy, the hyphenator, Jean-Luc Grand-Pierre, with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Hey, it's not what you lose or win. It's what you save with Prime Sports Ohio. Betting reduced juice with Prime Sports Ohio. It's the way to save money every single bet. Prime Sports is the only sports book where you can choose a professional account with minus 108, reduced juice betting. I know you love that, Bob. Or sign yourself up for a regular recreational account with minus 110. It also comes with a loyalty program where you can earn cash back on your bets. How good does that sound?
I like that. Prime Sports, they're offering the same betting limits to all members and does not, I repeat, Beam, because I know for someone like Anthony Rothman, who's as skilled, this can happen before. It does not put any restrictions on winning players. Prime Sports treats all members fairly and equally, so download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100. Must be 21 and older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Matt Patricia wants this Buckeye defense to be multiple. That's in 2 minutes. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, the right lane is blocked off on 70 westbound just past Wilson Road as you're approaching that 70-270 split on the west side. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan traffic.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Evan Cohen here. When the draft clock is ticking, you've got to pick the best talent, regardless of position, to fit your team's needs. Well, if you're hiring for your business, you want to find the best talent for any of your roles. That's why you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology hustles to find qualified candidates for your job immediately. And if you see a standout candidate, ZipRecruiter lets you personally invite them to apply. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing, 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Fast, sustainable weight loss without medication. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
You're listening to Rob Manfred's least favorite radio show. This is Morning Juice.
Coming up 1 hour away from right now, Uncle Beau Bishop, he's going to join the program. Excited to get to talk to him, as always. Jean-Luc didn't sound too positive.
Oh, I went to Prime Sports Ohio and I put the Jackets' future on to get in the playoffs. After talking to him, Beam, he inspired me.
Did he?
Yes.
You feeling good?
Yeah. He said, listen, they've got to win 6 in a row and they need an epic collapse by all the teams.
I've seen it happen before.
I watched it happen last night to Houston. I watched it happen to Duke on Saturday.
We've seen it happen with the Jackets collapsing before.
The only thing that usually happens,
put the shoe on the other foot.
Although last night I didn't drink at all when I watched the game. That Duke game, pretty drunk, so the score was going faster than I was really paying attention. And all of a sudden, it seemed like it happened quicker because I'm like, wait a second, they were just up 10.
And wait a minute, where did that lead go?
Do I need to be watching this? I thought I was just going to,
having scrolly fun time on my phone, looking at walking around aimlessly, wandering around the house. Why is this game so close right now? What happened?
Absolutely.
Time for me to lock in.
Trying to find some pudding to eat.
Yeah, he did not sound too enthused by their chances. Hey, that's why you still play the games, right? At the end of the day, you got a game tonight. Montreal's got games. Both New York teams have games. Detroit's got games. We'll see.
When you're trying, the thing is, as he pointed out, you're trying to change culture. And whenever you're trying to change culture, I don't care what sport it is, if it's in a business, your family, whatever it is, you have to set expectations. And regardless of whether or not there is something of consequence, if you're going to say this matters, it matters how we do it, even when things are insurmountable, and you know that, you still do it the right way.
Yeah.
Why do you do it? Because that's how you've set yourself. The standard is the standard, and you've told yourself that you're going to play that way till the very end.
And that's what that means, right? When you say that. The standard is the standard.
It doesn't matter who's in or what the situation is, you're going to go out and you're going to play a certain way. It doesn't guarantee you results. It just guarantees how it's supposed to look. And the effort and the communication and the style and the culture and all of those things, the consistency to that. And I always will tell my kids, sons, this, and but even my daughter, any kids that I'm coaching, it's there have been football games. I was on my freshman year in high school, we were bad. I've been in games where you roll out of the locker room and you're down by 4 touchdowns, knowing that even if you played a perfect game, you don't have the ability to come back and win.
Mm-hmm.
You are outmatched.
I think everybody's been in that situation.
A lot of people have. And it's you have an internal choice to make of, do I just lay down and let it happen? Let the dirt shower over you, Dale, as you're laying there in the grave. Or you can choose to rise up out of that thing, and knowing that, even though it's probably not going to work out for you in this one, you're setting a tone and you're setting a tempo.
You can go play that drum set.
You go play that drum set. I'm going to teabag your drums, and you go play that.
Are bonita fish big?
What's the deal with this guy?
What's the deal with
they're
this
a
guy?
trophy
They're a
fish.
trophy fish. Don't blame Dale for ruining the dinner. Possibly the whole evening.
Was that yesterday?
No, that was late last week. Bodie wasn't even in.
You weren't even in here.
It was Adam Scott's birthday.
It was Adam Scott's birthday.
Nice.
So we played the
Sweet Child of Mine.
Sweet Child of Mine in the car, which is one of my favorite scenes. So flat. You don't even look good while you sing.
The best part about that, like he usually, Adam Scott plays like the nice guy, easy to cheer for protagonist. He was the worst in that movie. He's not getting on any all-time villain list, but they casted that so well.
So I'm out there with the cubes.
Catalina.
Shut up, Dale, you're ruining the story.
It's me and the cubes. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Dale.
What?
The last time I ate a carb, it's been 6 years.
So great.
God, he is great. The fact that he got cast as a villain in that is even better.
He played such a good snarky villain, though.
He did.
But you don't want to be the snarky villain, Bean. You want to be the guy who goes out and the people that play hard through the end of all of it. Because why do those things matter? Well, it matters when all of a sudden there is an opportunity then when you are set up in the situation where you do have the ability to come back and win. You do have the ability to do everything right. And you need to continue to execute that same way in the way that it needs to be operated. And it's funny, I was listening, John Maxwell spoke at Rock City, our church. We had our 14th year anniversary. And I love John Maxwell as a speaker. Phenomenal guy. He's written almost 100 books. And we talked about the difference between miracles and magic. Mm-hmm. And he's like, when people want things done for them, it's magic. When you want something to happen through you, despite insurmountable odds that you still believe, he's like, that is a miracle. He's like, and so that is the difference. He's like, most people say they want a miracle, but they'd actually want to watch magic.
What is
happen.
the prestige? The prestige is both.
It is. Well, if you're
miracles and magic.
It's wanting to cut your finger off. Man.
Don't give away spoiler alert.
It happened 20 years ago.
Yeah, something a spoiler alert if it happened 2 decades ago.
I'm still trying to get Bodie to watch Gladiator.
I know. Have you? I don't even know why I'm asking you this question. Have you ever seen The Prestige, Bodie?
I'm aware of it.
Okay.
It's one of the great. It's another great Christian Bale movie. Mm-hmm. By the way, speaking of Christian Bale, I don't know. Let me just. It's popped up in my feed, so I don't know if it's true or not. But I think I clicked on a link to a reputable site that looked like this.
I always click the sites just to be sure. No matter what happens, I'm clicking. I'm a clicker.
Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan.
Is he in the Odyssey?
Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan have collaborated on 4 films. I thought, are they coming back? That's what I heard.
What, for Batman? Or just together?
I thought it was. I think it is.
Fake news.
I thought it was Batman. Please
you
don't.
You're spreading a rampant rumor.
I am.
Now.
This is terrible. I thought I saw where they were coming back together. Never mind. I was really excited about that. Christian Bale gave one condition that he would come back for another Batman film, and that was Christopher Nolan being involved in it. The Dark Knight.
Maybe that's the start of something.
I thought that I saw that, and maybe I'm going crazy about it.
That's what we need right now.
I saw it on Instagram, so you know it's real.
It's 100% real.
Or Twitter. But I clicked on something that I thought was like a real, like traditional news site that was going to happen. I don't know. I should have researched this more. It was late last night. It was after I got off the Will Howard, John Gruden thing. I just watched Florida win a national championship, so I was conflicted in my feelings about how that should have been about that.
That's exactly how you should be, though.
And I saw that, and that was the one thing I was like, yes, this looks really good.
Matt Patricia had an interview yesterday over at the Woody. He got pretty intricate talking about the scheme, Bob, and what they're going to look at, and I'll let Matt Patricia describe that to you. Where he's talking about all the different fronts that they could possibly run this year.
I think, 4-2-5 or the nickel sets, and the variations of those nickel sets are just so prominent in football right now because there's so much 11 personnel. And then the 12 personnel, which is the 2 tight end sets that play like 11 or the open up formation. So you got to be a little bit multiple to be able to do all of that. But, when you got to get in base and get into, 3 linebackers or some version of that, you have to be able to stop the run. And certainly that, I think, also picks up critical situations, whether it's 3rd down, low red area, or you're just getting bigger offensive personnel groups out there. So having all of that is important. Being able to be multiple out of the nickel packages is something I think that's really important too. And then there's different variations of those nickel packages that, with as much talent in, which is much the guys that we have in that room, I think we can do some of that and be versatile that way, which would be great.
When I hear Matt Patricia talk, I think football nerd. That's what I have in my mind. Just listening to the opening 10 seconds of this.
I think, 4-2-5 or the nickel sets, and the variations of those nickel sets are just so prominent in football right now.
Just hearing him talk football, I'm like, that dude watches a ton of film.
Oh,
So
yeah.
just hearing him speak about
he's
that.
an aeronautical engineer.
Yeah.
Someone was asking me, like, what are your thoughts on Matt Patricia? And I was with some guys who were pretty smart dudes. A couple of them were like software developers, being like the dudes like design software platforms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure what level of intelligence. I mean, Meredith is in that world now. She's a computer nerd.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build a computer, and I'm still working on that. Getting red lights, and I need more McConaughey green lights is what I need.
Yeah,
I've
you
gotten
do.
some red lights on there. So any help would be vastly appreciated at this
We
point.
got a whole district for that,
Yeah, whole district, green light, the red light district. Well, that's over in Amsterdam.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if
maybe
they
a
could
trip. Maybe a trip is in store.
I don't know if they would help me with the building of the computer. They could probably some of the things that you happen over there. I've seen on a computer. I think never even in real life. I didn't even think that was real. But I don't even know where I was going with this.
Something about computer nerds.
Oh yeah, who knows? Oh, I told him, I was like, Matt Patricia. I was like, he was an aeronautical engineer, and they're like, really? I go, yeah. He like left some company that was working on like some NASA development team.
Of course he did.
To, like,
Why wouldn't he?
I mean, he's straight Adam Scott, basically.
I'm gonna go coach ball.
Yeah, I left this team. We're building a spaceship for NASA, and I went to go coach some football.
That sounds a little bit better.
It does.
I can dissect that like I can dissect a rocket ship. We're going to get juice next. Morning juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now we're watching two crashes. The two right lanes blocked off on 70 westbound near the 70-270 split on the west side, and then slow-moving traffic into downtown from the east side as well. We've got multiple lanes blocked on 70 westbound right near Kelton Avenue. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan traffic.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, spring is here, and nobody wants to suffer through another spring, summer, fall, not being able to do the things you love. Get outside, walk around with friends, go to your kids' games, go to your grandkids' games. Maybe you want to go bike. Maybe you want to play some pickleball, some tennis, some golf, whatever it is. Those are the activities you'll love to do. And maybe you're in intense pain. Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. That was me. That was my dad. And so you want to know what we did? We went and saw the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, Ohio. They're on the case, and they're going to get you the relief just like they did for us. For me, it was my knee. I had some issues from playing. They helped it out. For my dad, it was his other knee. They helped him out. But whether it's a hip, a shoulder, or back, you won't miss a beat. There's no surgery, and there's no long recovery. With QC Kinetics, the science is solid. They'll give you your life back without harmful meds. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus and find out the easiest path for you. They've got 2 new locations in Canal, Winchester, and Grove City, so give them a call at 380-208-4544.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
For 100 years, our passionate Atlas Butler has been helping people. From those who have relied on us for years to those who call us for the first time. For our team, their families, and our community, Atlas Butler is here to keep Central Ohio safe and comfortable with trusted, convenient service. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
I can't wait to meet her. Oh my gosh.
Put your hands together for new Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar.
There she is! Woohoo! Yeah! It's full Dr. Pepper!
With sweet blackberry flavor!
Dr. Pepper Blackberry, I'm obsessed with your succulent taste. Please marry me!
No! Marry me, or I'm gonna freak out!
Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's a pepper thing!
The Jackets are back at Nationwide for a battle with the Senators. Live fan coverage starts Tuesday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home for Blue Jackets hockey, the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
If this show made a scented candle, it would smell like bad coffee, unwashed jockstrap, and grass clippings.
I wasn't sure how you take your coffee.
You're listening to Morning Juice.
So, mouth or enema?
Coming up 8 o'clock this morning, we're going to get a chance to talk to Schlegs. Very fired up about that. Also just fired up to be alive.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Before we get to Schlegs, Bodes, big happy anniversary yesterday to Sharky. We didn't mention it. I saw Megan post something on Instagram. Him and Jan have been married 35 years, so a big happy anniversary to those two lovebirds spending the week out in Arizona.
Glad she hadn't left him yet.
I know, me too. We have plenty of time to do that.
She's a sugar mama in retirement, so that's his plan.
That is his plan. That's plan A1 for him. She's wanted him to retire for forever. So glad
he has no plan B, Beam.
Well, other than the Jackets making the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's 70 to 1 odds. That's his plan B, perhaps. Schlegs, or Bodie, what's got Schlegs fired up today?
The second mile absolutely sucked. I'm not going to lie to you. One, I didn't like the first mile, but I ran it in less than 10, which kind of shocked me. And then the last mile, I had no clue how long that took me. It took me a long time.
It's good. It's good for you.
I mean, Schlegs is like a dog, but he's not a dog that's built to run. He's more like an English bulldog or pit, more of a short burst type of dog, Bodes.
Yeah, the English bulldog, I don't even know if it's a short burst dog. That's like very minimal burst.
Yeah. Sounds like he's not going to be running the 97.1 The Fan K.
97.1.
He used to do the Buckeye 4-miler, the Ohio State 4-miler. I don't know if he's doing it this year. It's this Sunday. But he would go out and like walk it with his wife. I'm like, you're a loser. Your daughter runs it faster than you, and she was like in 3rd grade. I'm not a runner.
Can't do it. Bodes, it's got you fired up today.
What's got me juiced today, guys? I will start with one of two things here. Penultimate road game of the regular season for the Boston Celtics tonight. They're on the road at the world's most famous arena against the Knicks, Madison Square Garden at 7:30. You know, the Celtics have a chance to do something pretty special this here in a couple months or so. Just 13 times, depending on how you kind of add it up here, there has been back-to-back NBA champions. Of course, Russell's Celtics, Jordan's Bulls did it a couple times, couple three-peat, Shaq and Kobe. 2 different times there did it. Hakeem did it a couple times with the Rockets, LeBron in Miami. Most recently was
not the Pistons.
There was a bunch here. I wasn't reading them all. I was just kind of mentioning a handful there. But yeah, bad boy Pistons. Got the Showtime Lakers on there. Most recently was Durant and Steph Curry and all those guys out there in Golden State. So it's been a handful of years since we've seen it done. I'm hoping the Celtics can pull it off this year. I'm not as confident going into the postseason as I was last year. I felt really good about it. I think OKC and Cleveland are right there neck and neck with Boston, so not quite as confident as last season, but nevertheless.
You guys got a banner. We're pulling for the Cavs this year, Bodes.
The guy who normally sits in that seat would be rolling over in his grave right now.
They had their chance.
If Jan murdered him out in that Phoenix desert like we talked about, the plan casino style, he would be devastated.
They'll have their chance. They're going to have home court advantage, and I think those two teams are going to meet in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I love it.
I would be surprised if either Cleveland or Boston didn't make it there. And then after that, I guess we'll see. What also has me juiced, though, your mission if you choose to accept. I saw the latest trailer for the new Mission Impossible movie coming out next month. I freaking love those movies, man. I'm a pretty simple guy. If you put Tom Cruise in a movie and he's doing a bunch of badass stuff, I'm going to go to the movie theater and watch it. So I can't wait to watch that.
Why wouldn't you drive a motorcycle out of one building into another?
He's hanging on another plane, just flying around out there. They seem to be setting it up as if it's going to be the last one.
He's over 60.
I know, but I feel he's going to do another Top Gun movie, isn't there?
Yeah, but you can do Top Gun as an instructor. Ethan Hawke isn't. I don't know if there's an exit ramp for him to like train the next guy.
I think he's got a couple more in him.
Get out of here.
But that has me juiced, fired up. I enjoy watching movies, but, I don't go to the movie theater as much anymore, but I'll be locked in for that one. So, Carp, what's got you juiced?
You know what's got me juiced is we did get our surround sound fixed, and it was the one remote didn't work, Beam. Remember when I told you how we
robbing Peter to pay Paul with the batteries?
Well, yeah, and they moved it. Well, they're like, it doesn't work. I'm like, are we sure we tried it? Yeah, it doesn't work. Batteries. Yeah. Man. I'm not kidding you. I put new batteries in like 4 or 5 months ago. Maybe one of them was dead. Like not fully strong, but it's like, you've got to be kidding me. But like, yeah, I put surround sound. I put it in 2 spots. So I'm like, if the kids want to watch in the basement, I can watch in the living room. And we had one coming from our other house, and there was one like halfway built in. So I was like, all right, let's make sure, let's get this done. We'll do a good job with it. Get them synced up, and it was neither one of them worked. Because when I watch a movie or games in my house, Bodie, I want to feel like I'm in the theater. My wife's like,
Stadium pulse.
The subwoofer's too loud. It vibrates upstairs. I don't care. Good,
you
better.
Ever been to a stadium?
Good for you, more for you and me. Let's add a second one in here. I want to feel like I'm in the cockpit of that plane. So super. That got me juiced. I was able to do that. Watching the game.
Just do, Bob.
Don't think. Just do. I saw the trailer there with Ethan Hawke. That got me juiced up. Negative juice monster today, finding out that last night the link that I clicked on that Chris Nolan and Christian Bale were getting together for a 4th Batman, and now looking at it, I can't find anything to substantiate what I thought I saw. Fake news. And I even found a fake AI-produced trailer for it, Bodie.
I bet it looks sweet.
It looked awesome. I was all in. Was ready to go.
Bring back Anne Hathaway.
Yes.
Bring back the whole gang.
Gosh, it was great. Oh, man, wanted to see that, but hopefully it happens. And we talked about Michael Caine's getting old. He's 92. Morgan Freeman's 87.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going to do this, Bodie, you got to do it before the people die while they're still alive. Like
just AI generate them. Be fine.
No. You want the real thing. You want the real feel.
Didn't they do that in Star Wars, like the last Star Wars?
They did bring
not Count Dooku, but
what's her name? She had died. Fisher.
Yeah, Carrie
Fisher. They brought her back. She's
floating through space.
Done fairly well with that.
What about Paul Walker and
That was his brother.
Okay.
I don't know if they had AI when they were able to do that. That was his brother. They just didn't have him talk.
10 years ago.
He didn't really talk at all, and maybe they did some voice AI or something with like some VOs, but that was his brother the whole time. So that's how much they look alike, which is wild. Also got me juiced. My daughter got a chance to see her first lacrosse game of the year that I witnessed. It was my opening day. Weather was atrocious, but it was out there fun. She played really well, did a good job. She got a sweet new helmet we got her for her birthday, so she got which I put the throat guard on, and thankfully it's staying on there this time. I'm not a lacrosse guy, so asking me to do all this stuff
that seems like an important piece of equipment, though.
It is. I mean, you don't want to take one to your throat.
No.
So that's good, the throat chop. Mm-hmm. But all that's got me juiced today, Beam. Another Buckeye practice. Excited to go out there and check out some of that. What's got you juiced, sir?
It's got me fired up. During Christmas time, Meredith's mom bought us concert tickets. And luckily, last night when we were talking about this week and what was unfolding, we had to move swim class up. They'd said, you can come by 6:30, on Tuesday. I'm like, that seems a little too late. Like, his bedtime is 7:15. I want him hopping out of the pool and then getting in. So we managed to get that done. So we've got swim lessons again today. Watch out for your gold medal records, Phelps. They're all coming down. Excited about that. He graduated from last week. And then I had totally forgot that we're going to a concert tonight. Like, I just totally spaced on it. So Concert Brandon gets to have a good time tonight. Like you and I have always said, it's like a little mini vacation. I wasn't even aware that we were going to this. I had taken the day off tomorrow. I'd put it back in January. Forgot about it. And then Meredith's like, it's a good thing we moved that swim lesson up because we got to go to that concert tomorrow. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right.
You know what I want to see?
So I was super pumped when I found that out yesterday that we were getting to go to a show tonight.
And you're sleeping in tomorrow.
Yeah, what's better than, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, you don't have to come in here. You know what I want to see you, Beam? I want to see video of you watching Billy swim with a nice Yeti over there, just pre-gaming for the concert, getting ready to watch him.
I mean, it's at the retirement facility, so I mean, maybe I can share a beer with a guy who he called Baldy last week.
Why did you even get a sitter? You should have just left him there. Be like, hey, who wants to watch Billy?
Yeah,
hey.
They would have loved it, too. You're right.
He dropped the average age there by like half.
Yeah, he's 2. You guys are 80. Let's bring that number back down. Schlegs, he's going to join us next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now we're watching multiple crashes on 70 westbound. The first one right near Miller-Kelton Avenue exit. We've got a number of lanes blocked off and slow-moving traffic coming in from the east side this morning. Also on the west side, 70 westbound, we've got the right 2 lanes blocked off just past Wilson Road. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think you should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
If you're like most Americans, you've racked up tens of thousands in credit card debt. You're stuck with 20% interest fees, and even the monthly payments, well, they're hard to make. It's insane. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. The good news is that there is a way out. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending. They specialize in fast, easy access to the equity in your home. Most homeowners have hundreds of thousands of dollars in their home equity. That's your money. AFLcash.com can get it out for you with zero junk fees and zero hassle. You can pay off all those credit cards in just a matter of days. Pay off your car loans too. Cut your monthly expenses by $800 or even $900. I'm telling you, the relief you need, well, it's right there at your fingertips. AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Break out of the credit card debt prison with AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org. New career opportunities near you. Uline is opening a new 1.4 million square foot distribution center in Etna, and they're looking for exceptional people to join their Ohio team. Interview for warehouse positions at their upcoming April hiring event. Warehouse workers earn pay starting from $25 an hour with significant growth and earning potential. Plus, get full health benefits and a 401k match from day one. Sign up for your interview this April in Etna at uline.jobs. That's uline.jobs.
Hey friends, Beamer here, 70 pounds down. Let that sink in. I'm officially 70 pounds down, all thanks to Awaken 180, and have transitioned smoothly into maintenance mode. This isn't just weight loss, this is life-changing stuff. I've dropped over 13% body fat, my visceral fat points are down by 8, and honestly, I feel like a completely new man. The coolest part, Awaken 180 just doesn't say congrats and then wave goodbye. They prepare you for maintenance, so now I get to reintroduce to myself foods that I love. Pizza, ice cream, very excited about all of that. My mindset's completely different though now. Do I crave junk food? Honestly, no. Can I eat those things now? Sure. Will I? Absolutely. But the difference is I no longer feel like I need them all the time. And Awaken 180's free support for life means that this weight's staying off. My body's now working for me instead of against me. I'm finally at my healthy baseline weight. I feel awesome. Change your mindset, change your life. Awaken 180 made it happen for me. And if it can happen for me, it can 100% happen for you. Check them out online at awaken180weightloss.com. awaken180weightloss.com.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the league of gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Evan Cohen here. We all know breakfast is an important part of your day. But sometimes when you're traveling for business, you end up staying at a hotel that doesn't offer any. And you know what happens? You grab a cup of coffee and skip the meal entirely. We've all been there. But if you book a room at La Quinta by Wyndham, you can enjoy their free Bright Side breakfast featuring delicious baked goods, fruit, eggs, yogurt, and waffles. And really, who doesn't want to start their day with a fresh, hot waffle? Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you shine. Book direct at lq.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Buddy Wells. Walter Clayton Jr.'s offensive heroics helped Florida beat Texas Tech in the Elite Eight and Auburn in the Final Four. But last night, his defensive stop on the game's final possession helped the Gators seal the deal as they beat Houston 65-63 in the national championship game. It's the third national title for Florida in the last 20 years and their first since they went back-to-back in 06-07. Baseball last night, Hunter Green threw 8 2/3 scoreless innings, and Blake Dunn hit a 2-run double in the 8th inning as they helped guide the Reds to a 2-0 win over the Giants. Those two teams will go again tonight in San Francisco at 9:45. Nick Lodolo gets the start for the Redlegs. And in hockey, the Blue Jackets will play the first of a 3-game homestand tonight when they host the Ottawa Senators. Face-off is at 7 o'clock. Pre-game coverage will get started right here on The Fan at 6:30. This update is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Bobby played football for Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick. Beamer played football for a drunk named Joe who worked at the gas station. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Hour 3 for us here on a Tuesday. Schlegs, he's going to join us momentarily. And Uncle Beau, he's going to join the program coming up here at 8:30. Before we hop into a re-rack and get to Schlegs, Bob, fire a number at us.
Number 6 for the Jackets winning streak that's coming up.
Caller number 6. You get in right now. 614-821-9710. You talk to Bodie. You're going to be getting a 4-pack of tickets to go see the Buckeyes spring game on Saturday, this April 12th. Tickets start at $8. They're on sale now at ohiostatebuckeyes.com. 614-821-9710. Caller 6. You talk to Bodes. Walking away with a 4-pack of tickets to the spring game this Saturday.
Keeping you informed about what's trending this morning. It's time for a little re-rack on Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Billiards Plus, the largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard in Central Ohio. And everything you need for the Master Griller.
Florida wins the national championship last night, 65-63 over the Cougs. Only led for just over a minute in the game, but those minutes happen to be the right minutes. So congrats to them on a national championship. Jackets at home against the Senators at 7, 6:30 coverage here on The Fan. Hunter Green goes 8 2/3 last night as the Reds take down the Giants 2-0. Back at the Giants tonight at 9:45. That game is over on ESPN Columbus. And the Guardians with their home opener today at 4 o'clock against the White Sox.
The best way to start a morning is with a heavy dose of iron. Gas station ready, always. It is Schleg Day.
Every single Tuesday at this time, we head out to the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Check it with our guy. He is Anthony Schlegel. Schlegs, happy Tuesday, happy spring, happy winter, all on the same day. What's happening, buddy? Good to talk to you.
Oh, Columbus, Ohio, how your weather deceives us. It's so nice, and now it's chilly, and the grass is green, but now there's frost, and guess what? You know what? Who cares? Go squat.
Go squat, Schlegs. You never want to miss a leg day. Did you like what I sent over in the little Instagram machine about if you're a guy that skips leg day, what you're all about?
Yeah, you're soft.
Well, I mean, you eat tofu. You're a guy who eats tofu because you want your food to be as disappointing as your life.
No, it was perfect. That's exactly right. That's why I gave it the little heart emoji.
I know.
You're the heart guy.
From my heart to your heart. Schlegs, what we got? I saw a little clip from the Armory yesterday where we've got the cold plunges outside with the sauna getting cooking. Like,
yeah,
that looks like something.
How Swedish of you.
Hey, sprechen Deutsch, right? No, it's German, but I don't even know what they do over there. But, hey, man, no, that's so Brian Peters, Brian, Bob, but, he has breathing for performance, and Kelsey, she's a member at the gym, and she does a thing for Expand Your Limits, and does a great thing about just helping empower women. And they just did like a small little event right there in the parking lot, and it's great, and it's a community, and that honestly, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, And some of the best conversations you're going to have in life we've had in locker rooms, Bob, right? Or
dude on dude
in a sauna, right? And it's just. I mean, all my great ideas came from training. The striking machine. I was working out at the Woody, and I was like, hey, this could work. And I went in to the office and wrote it down on the whiteboard. That's just how it happens, man. It's just like you're just around other people. You spur convo, great marketing ideas, boom, training, right? Like that's what I do. If I want to spur intellectual thought, I go lift weights, and out comes magic.
A wise man once told me, all you need to solve any problem in the world is a whiteboard, a couple of markers, and maybe a monster involved. And really, all the world's problems can be solved.
Yes, that's true. And I know that man. That man was me. And that's because it's facts, Beam. It's because it's facts. That's what we do. Solutions for institutions, man. Remember that time we solved the Big Ten's problem?
Yeah, I do. I remember that we spent, I feel like, at least 2 or 3 hours solving the COVID non-football playing issue over in your workshop.
100%. We had it on the whiteboard. I mean, it was beautiful.
Kind of felt like Matthew McConaughey in True Detective season 1 a little bit, but I feel like we got at least the problem solved at the very end.
We did. They should have paid us.
Well, Schlegs, listen, you're doing a million different things, running a million different directions. But what they've got right now, Schlegs, is another spring practice coming up today. They've got this one, I think, and one more prior to the spring game. As you start looking at this week in totality and what is going on, where are we kind of at with what needs to be done? Is there still room for improvement, or is this just kind of what you've done, the hay's in the barn at this point for the spring?
No, if you have nothing to prove, you never improve, Bob.
It's true.
Mickey Marotti. And here's the thing. I think I heard them all talk about it. But you still got 2 more practices, and then you got the spring game, and everybody's kind of in their own little situation now of like who's getting reps, who's not getting reps, guys going down, guys being held back, guys doing whatever. And the one word that popped up the entire time was consistency. And that's it, right? You mentioned it the other day. It's not about how high your highs or how low your lows, but how consistent you can be. And that's what this is now. You're going to have more stuff. They're going to put more situations. The defense is basically in, which honestly is great, the way that our defense has been playing. That they were able to put in now during spring only helps you in fall camp. And so anyways, I just think it's the one thing that all players can do, and coaches, because again, they're getting evaluated by Ryan, is being consistent. And let's not kid ourselves. As a player or as a coach watching other coaches, we have a lot of new coaches here. This is one thing that I remember from the very beginning when I started training them. I'm like, are you like this every day?
The G Scott is who you're referring to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, G asked me if I was like this every day. I said 100%. He's like, okay, yeah, we'll see. And then I'm just like that every day. And then I just continue to melt his face off. And he's like, do you ever stop? And I'm like, no, this is who I am. And that's the thing, right? Are you just authentically that, or are you, juicy when you want to be juicy and not when you don't want to, right? Like that goes for coaches, that goes for players, and that's.
What about Juicy J?
Oh man, Juicy J, dude, so good. I think he had a song that I don't know why it's popped up in my Bands Will Make You Dance. That was one of the
Facts.
Yeah, sex. Look at that, man. Juicy J. There's like a snake crawling up his leg or something on the album cover. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, I mean that's what they're doing right now, guys. So, anyways, be consistent, be authentically you. Nobody wants fakeness.
Hey,
what's up?
We got to.
Why is it so damn cold out here?
It's just it's just the way of the world. All right, it is. It was 70 degrees last week.
I love it.
15 inches of rain this week. It's 25 degrees out and snow. We got to listen to a great video of you yesterday, and I think Bob was talking about how it was at the Rotary Club. Rotary Club, where you were over at Scioto giving a great breakdown to some employers about treating your employees the way that maybe you wanted to be treated, and you're not going to accept a crappy Excel formula, and you're going to yell at a friend for not getting his chin up all the way on the pull-up bar.
Yeah.
Do you recant that? Do you recall that?
Oh man, I probably blacked out when I was talking. You know what? I do remember going to that, Bob. I don't remember what I talked about in the slightest, but because this is real content. You know what I mean? I try to keep it real for the people. Hard conversations. We were talking about on the Bobby Carpenter show about, the convo after the game, right?
Yeah.
And that propelled the guys. And there was a question somebody hit up on there, like, man, I wish there was more detail. Somebody hit me up on it, and I'm like, well, what more detail could you want, right? Like, and I sometimes forget this. I'm like, what kind of more details would you want? Like, they've all talked about it. They were hard convos. It was respectful, but it was to the point, in your face, right? Hard. Lots of self-introspection and being held accountable, right? Like that was the meeting. Here's the problem. Here's the problem when I say that. Okay? As my alarm keeps going off in my doom machine, I can't even. Oh, there it is. Snooze that guy.
Yeah, temporary fix.
Temporary. Anyways, I forget that people don't have those.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I forget that people don't hold other people accountable, because we've gotten into the fact where it's like, I don't like confrontation. Well, there's nothing confrontational about it when I tell you you're doing a crappy job. Like, hey, let me ask you a question. In the newsletter that goes out weekly, does it not say that everybody should do this? I'm just asking. It's company policy. And yet you continue to habitually not do that. Okay, why? I want to know, and then I'll be like, why? And then I'll pull a trust out. Well, then why? Okay, why? And then I'm like, and then I will finish the conversation with, okay, well, guess what? This is the way. And then, poof, David Copperfield, you don't do it, you gone. That's the other thing. Like, it is very difficult. It's very difficult. The GSF factor is a real deal, but the lack of it's not even confrontation. It's just being able to communicate something that you perceive could be an inconvenience or different to somebody else because you don't want to have to explain it, or you want like that happens. Just like those people, like, hey man, you're doing a spreadsheet, something messes up and it's trash and you can't reuse it, and that's why you pay that person. You're going to hold them accountable, just like that guy. Hey, I mean, John Simon was ripping my face off the other day for not going down all the way on my pull-ups. I'm like, John, I don't have a freaking labrum. He's like, I don't care. I'm like, you know what? Facts. I'm going to go all the way down. Charge it to winning.
Buddy,
Anyways.
Always appreciate the time. Thanks for hopping on with us here this morning. Hopefully you can get back into bed. Don't hit that snooze button too much, and we'll check in again next week.
I'm up. My plans changed. We had some stuff happen, so I'm still here. And, I'm heading up to the Armory right now. But, hey, guess what? It's so cold outside. You know how to heat that body up? Go eat some iron. See you guys. Bye, guys. Be cancer. Saddle up. Bye.
There he goes. Anthony Schlegs with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Ryan and Brian update you on the Buckeye quarterback battle next. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Right now, 2 crashes. We're watching slow-moving traffic on 70 westbound on the west side. This is right near that 70-70 split. Expect to be slow-moving as you head out over there. And coming into downtown, slow-moving on 71 this morning. There's a crash on 71 southbound, just past Hudson Street. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
1877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
I'm an old school Joe, and my philosophy is simple and effective. At the end of the day, it's not what you win or lose, it's what you save. And betting reduced juice at Prime Sports Ohio is the way to save money on every single bet. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We've all been there. You come home after a long day only to find water dripping from the ceiling. Your roof has decided it's had enough. And now frustration sets in. Another unexpected problem added to your never-ending to-do list. At Newman Roofing, we get it. That's why we make the process simple and stress-free, handling every detail with professionalism, so you don't have to worry and can get back to the things that matter most to you. So, how do you begin? Step 1. Schedule your free estimate by calling our office at 614-NEW-ROOF or visiting our website, newmanroofing.com. Step 2. Meet with one of our trusted representatives who will guide you through the best plan for your home. Step 3. We get to work, and you watch your roof transform before your very eyes. Whether it's your roof, gutters, or siding, the Newman Roofing team is here to guide and support you every step of the way. Call today at 614-NEW-ROOF to schedule your free estimate and experience the Newman Roofing difference. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Do you realize making the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it'll take nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you there's a way for you to get them all paid off in just a matter of weeks? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Imagine wiping out all of your credit cards. Here's where you go. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending is the easy button for tapping in to hundreds of thousands of dollars in your home equity. That's not the bank money, it's your money. Listen, your home, the value is way up. And now AFLcash.com has a super fast, hassle-free program that lets you turn that equity into cash. People who do this are living their best life, their credit card debt free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements, maybe a vacation. See how much money you can get now. Go to AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. That's AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. Sundays at 11, it's The Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. You're welcome.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
That freeze warning continues for us until 11 a.m. for the cold snap of air that moved in. We'll have clear skies and morning temperatures in the 20s, but with the winds, the feels like in the teens. This afternoon, don't let the sunshine fool you. We will be sunny, but highs will only get into the mid to low 40s. And then for tonight, mostly clear overnight with frost developing and another round of freezing temperatures, only getting in the mid to upper 20s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Prime Sports is the official sports book of Morning Juice.
Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
The Fan. Just a couple of dudes being guys.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
You're listening to Morning Juice.
Coming up here 8:30 this morning, Uncle Beau, he's going to join us. We're excited to get to chat to him. As for now...
Oh, you hear the sound. You know what time it is. It's Pavlov's dog. You're hungry because you hear it, and you know the featured appetizer at Rooster is going to be $3 all day long. And today's featured appetizer, it is the 5-tool platter. It is the Mott Sticks, crispy on the outside, gooey on the inside, dipped in marinara sauce. They are delicious. And now... we're going to give you a chance to win a gift card to buy some of those or whatever you want. Maybe some boneless wings, maybe some naked traditional wings. All kinds of options there at Rooster's Beam. Let's hit them with the question.
Ready to play?
Let's do it.
That's what he said. Winner of That's What He Said receives a $50 gift card, 614-821-9710. You get the answer into Bodie, you'll be walking away with that gift card. Bodie's very excited for a movie that's coming out. He will go watch it in theaters, even though he hasn't been to the theater in years. 614-821-9710. What's Bodie excited to watch? You get that into him and talk about that movie, and you're walking away with a $50 gift card to Roosters. I can't tell you the last time I've seen a movie in the theater.
We always go on Christmas. And then last year we went and saw another, we rented out one of the theaters at the Lenox, one of the small ones.
Mm-hmm.
And did that, and that was fun.
I go to movie theaters a lot. We go to Studio 35 by our house. We usually do our Friday evening happy hour there.
Oh, really?
We just can't go. We haven't gone into the theater to watch a movie.
There has to be something that is, to me, worthwhile. I will say this. There's a new Avengers that's coming out.
They're going back to. I'm done. I'm done with the Marvel universe. It's too much. You got to watch one to watch the other.
It's been 20 years now.
It's had a good run. I'm kind of over.
This looks pretty good though.
I thought they all died.
This is
Lego Marvel Avengers?
No.
Are you lying again?
I hope
Avengers
not.
Secret Wars?
No.
Coming out in 2027?
Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Thunderbolts. It looks pretty good. That seemed kind of funny to me. I like the movies that are kind of serious but have some good comic relief.
Like Thor?
Yes.
Thors are pretty good in that regard.
They're entertaining with all that.
All right, you watch it. You tell me how it is.
Do you not think it looks good?
I'm so out of that world right now. Maybe when when he gets into superheroes, I'll dive into it. But as for now,
the thing that I like is it's got David Harbour in it, who is the sheriff in Stranger Things, who is he's Alexander Slotokov or whatever. He's like the Russian Iron Man.
Perfect.
And I love him. He provides all the comic relief.
He kind of does look like a Russian Iron Man.
His Russian accent is tremendous. He's really entertaining. I'm trying to think. He was in the Black Widow in it, and it was really good. They've got so this is like the prequel to the Black Widow. It's that they don't have they're not having Scarlett Johansson in it. It's Florence Pugh. So I hope
Florence is good. Like Florence.
I don't think she's as good as Scarlett.
Florence and the Machine.
I love Scarlett Johansson.
I like Florence and the Machine too. They're pretty good. You like some of their songs.
Okay.
Fire them up on the playlist today.
I wonder why they didn't get her to come back.
Contracts, I'm guessing. She's doing other things now. She's busy.
Oh, this is, I guess, included her sister. Never mind. So she is the new Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson dies. And I guess she dies in Endgame.
They all do.
Yeah, that's true.
Half of them do.
Yeah.
That was Thanos' big deal.
No, but then they came back in Endgame.
Yeah, she died in
Infinity War.
No. She died in Endgame when
with the
they
snap?
went to get the stone.
That's right. She had
him and her and
yes,
Jeremy Renner.
That's right.
They were fighting to see who got the stone.
She gave it up for him because he had a family and she didn't have anything. So yeah, there you go. So now you've got Florence Pugh coming in as that. But I really like my guy who is the little Russian boy. He's fun. David Harbour, who is fully American yet plays the Red Guardian, who's awesome.
Bodie, who is the winner of the $50 Roosters gift card?
That'd be Phil J.
Well, shout out to
Often
Phil
in
J.
their YouTube chat.
All right. Congrats, Phil J. Big winner. He knew that Bodie's excited to go see what in theaters, Bodes?
The new Mission
Impossible? Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
That sounds good. Be careful the way you say that. It sounds a little naughty. Here was Ryan Day yesterday talking about the quarterback race unfolding here at the Ohio State University for the national champion Buckeyes.
Well, one thing, I met with the quarterbacks, and I made the comment that the only thing that was different about Saturday's practice was the fact that, we had students there and we had the media there. Other than that, it was just another practice. But what it does make you realize is how important every rep is. And that's, my job, and that's Billy Fessler and Brian Hartline's job, is to make sure that, they understand every single play matters. And we got to get better every day. That being said, it's been, 3 guys getting after it every day, improvement across the board. There's been good days on all fronts, but then there's been other days not so good. They're growing, they're learning. There's nobody that's that much further ahead of the other one right now, so they're going to continue to compete, and this is a big week for them. And Saturday will be a big day for them as well. Get in front of everybody and have an opportunity to compete.
All right, there was Ryan's explanation. Let's hear Brian, shall we?
I think that they're competing at a high level, which I appreciate. I think earlier in spring I identified that, their preparation outside the allotted time on their own to prepare for practices is very apparent. That's continued. I think that they are very hard on themselves, which they need to be. We are as well. The expectations here is the highest in college football, and they know that. I think that we're chasing consistency across the board, not just quarterbacks, just every position, frankly. And, that position more than ever. I mean, that's the only guy that's going to touch the ball every play, him in the center. So, what he does and then how he protects that ball and facilitates for his O-line and his skill positions is really important. The guys are doing a good job. Really proud of where they're at. Probably, Coach will handle most of those conversations and Coach Fessler. But, I can't say it's ever good enough. That's college football. That's Ohio State. But they're on a good trajectory, and I appreciate the way they've gone about each day.
That's real life right there. And I don't know if it's ever good enough. And you heard him right at the beginning, the expectations. We know that's the biggest expectations in the country. No pressure, kids.
I don't know if it's ever good enough.
Yeah.
It's the reality of it.
Yeah, it is.
And that's what highly driven people are very rarely happy because you're always trying to get better and you're never satisfied. So there's never a time to be able to sit down and just have that moment of gratitude where you sit there and just kind of relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor. That doesn't exist.
No, and even Ryan was asked about it. I forget if it was, a week after the national championship game, a couple of days after. Did you ever look up in the rafters and take a moment to enjoy yourself? He's like, nah. Sparingly. Just knowing the gravity of the job, right?
One of the young guys throws an interception. He's like, maybe I should have just walked off with them.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's that banner. Maybe you should have just left then.
I don't know if we're going to win a single game this year. So it's good stuff. Congrats to Phil for winning. That's what he said. $50 Roosters gift card coming his way. Uncle Beau, he's going to join us coming up here in 2 minutes. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
A good Tuesday morning to you. Slow-moving traffic on 71 southbound this morning. Coming into downtown, there's a crash just past Hudson Street with some lanes closed. And still slow-moving on the west side on I-70 westbound just past Wilson Road. We've got a crash with the right 2 lanes blocked. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan traffic.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
SoFi Personal Loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right, pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi Personal Loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply, NMLS 696891.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting HindererMotorCompany.com.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Fast, sustainable weight loss without medication. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
If you can find a show that's closer to Buckeye football, it would be hosted by Ryan Day. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Hey, before we get to Uncle Beau, I'll tell you about something cool. You can join the Blue Jackets for a special presentation from the Pro Football Hall of Fame Saturday at Nationwide Arena. Each ticket purchased includes an exclusive pregame panel discussion with Hall of Famers Anthony Munoz and Dick Vermeil, hosted by our very own Ryan Baker. The first 150 to purchase this package will receive an exclusive Pro Football Hall of Fame and CBJ co-branded mini football helmet. How about that? Go to bluejackets.com/Hall of Fame to get your tickets today.
Beau knows bourbon. Beau knows fashion. Beau knows horseback riding. But most importantly, Beau knows Browns.
Happy Tuesday, Unc. What's happening? Good to talk to you.
Well, fellas, look, I owe the audience an apology.
Oh.
I declared in second week of March, I declared winter over. And
It's back.
How's that feeling
I was
today?
wrong. Beamsy played, so he had a lacrosse game last night.
Oh, yeah.
The temperature went from 52 to 38
It's beautiful.
in 15 minutes. It went from, and inevitably to 32, it went from kind of a misty rain to a sleet to a snow. And in the last couple of minutes of the game, I look over and he was like like he was trying to shake his hands warm or whatever. And I went over, I'm like, dude, you got to be tough. Like, let's go. Your team's out there. And then we got in the car and tears are just streaming down his face. And I grabbed his lacrosse glove and it was as if you dipped it in ice water.
It's good.
And
That's a learning experience right there.
Fight through the elements. Come on.
Holy hell, dude. Just awful. Awful.
Gosh.
Brutal.
Well, believe me, my daughter had one last night. No, we didn't get the wintry mix, Beau. We did get that nice temperature drop where when I left my car, I was wondering, should I even wear a coat in? I have a sweater on.
Right.
And I chose to, and that ended up being one of the best, most prophetic moves I made because that 20, and plus the temperature drop with the wind escalation, the combo together was really what was bringing it home for us. And it was a little bit like that game last night. You know, if you're Houston, you felt like, hey, you've got that thing rolling. I'm watching this game. I'm co-watching John Gruden talk to Will Howard and the deal. And I'm like, it's 10 points. And then I keep glancing up. I'm like, all right, they're kind of chopping some wood. And John Gruden's tight. Hey, well, write this down. Write this down. Shook me all night long. Thunderstruck. Pre-game music. Write that down.
Shoot to thrill.
No, shoot to thrill. Not sure. Shoot to thrill. AC/DC, write that down. Will's writing in his iPad. I'm like, we're writing down pregame music tips. It was pretty well done. So between both of those, it ended up being a pretty entertaining evening for me.
The Gruden, I ended up watching some of the Gruden thing too, and I think we're going to play some at 11 o'clock.
That's great.
But, It's like an SNL skit.
It is.
It is.
He's a character. He's become John Madden. He's a parody of himself.
Yeah, like if Sudeikis, back in the old days, Sudeikis was playing that role, like you would just think it's SNL. Like just write this down, the most absurd things ever. Like it would make all the sense in the world. Crazy game. Incredible Final Four.
Yeah.
I mean, all three games were great. It was around 11-10 or something like that when it was finally over. Incredibly incompetent final possession from Houston. But Florida now with 3 national titles, guys, in hoops. All since 07, 08, and this one.
Yeah, 06. Right?
I mean, there aren't that many. When you start to look at the list of champions who have more, like it's heavy. It's Kansas, it's Indiana, it's Duke, it's UConn, North Carolina, Kentucky, UCLA. That's it. That's the list. That's it.
Yeah.
They're the only ones who have more national titles. Did you guys know that Florida did not make an NCAA championship or NCAA tournament until 86? Didn't even make one.
It's pretty bad.
Now they've got 3.
Their entire athletic department started in the 90s. And they've won 3 football national titles, 3 basketball national titles, baseball national titles.
Well,
It's
you've
crazy.
been down there too, and you saw the amount of money and effort that has been put into them.
You know, it's funny. I was trying to wrap my head around how did they do it, right? So I think there's a lot of factors to it. Obviously, the population shift to the south, the world getting smaller. You can communicate with people now so easily across state lines. Used to be much, much more difficult. All of those things factor into it. The campus is fine. But it's not like you walk on there. It's not like you're walking on it like North Carolina and you're like, oh, I get it. Like, this is stunning. Like, it's not like
Sipping
that.
the Kool-Aid. Or maybe the pina colada in
it's
which
nice.
young Laughlin was.
Careful.
I didn't say anything.
It's impossible that's not rinsed. And what are we doing?
Not the same thing.
What are we doing?
Like, dude, you're going to bed. At least you could do is wash it out.
The one thing that it's kind of it's in the middle of this. Obviously, it's in the middle of the state geographically. The one thing that they have that's really cool is their football stadium and basketball stadium are right across the street. So, like the O'Connell Center is something that you can recruit to. I don't know if it's still called that. That's what it was called when I was down there. But you could recruit to it. They could pack it. There was an environment that you could sell there. But it's a hell of a success story in athletic department that what they've done over the last 30 years or so. Because before that, there really is no Florida history of significance in any of the sports that matter.
It's wild. I was very conflicted last night, Beau, because I thought I would want Houston to win, and then I kind of found myself kind of cheering for Florida a little bit. I'm like, this is so wrong. I cannot be on this bandwagon for the things that you have mentioned, the football and basketball, and then a couple of those championships coming at the hands of Ohio State. Like they're a very hateable character.
Great in baseball.
Here in Columbus. And so it was just, that's why I had to start dipping in more to the Gruden stuff and using his comic relief for that. I mean, Beau, did you watch it? He's like, what's this? What's this right here? What's that? We up there chugging a beer? Like, he's the celebration. He's pulling up his center from Kansas. He's like, well, he's shotgunning. Coach, you put a hole in the bottom and then you pop the top so you can shoot. Oh, I love this. You're my type of guy. You're an energy, a culture. Ryan Day called you a culture guy. This is the culture we're talking about. I'm like, this is amazing.
Well, and Will's so damn funny naturally anyway. He's just so comfortable. So, that they play off each other very well from what I saw of it. I watched about 10 minutes or so last night. Kind of had it on, similar to you did. Had it on my phone as I was kind of watching the game and paid a little bit of attention to it. But I do think that from Will's perspective, I'm very curious if he lands in the right spot, there's an opportunity there for him to have a very long NFL career because he kind of checks all the boxes that you want. And I think one of the coolest things that happened last year as they made that run was, I mean, he kind of, after the Oregon game, I remember specifically, like his his handling of the media after that. And
the first Oregon
game. Yeah. When he got down, they ran out of clock. The way he handled that, I just thought, wow, this guy kind of grabbed that team by the throat. And they all just followed him. And then who could ever forget the lead up to the Penn State game where he owned the fact that I'm not good enough to play there. They said I'm not good enough. And he really owned it. So I think all of that natural charisma, he's got that in spades, and it just plays off of Gruden as spectacular. By the way, Gruden, on Barstool, I think is even another level.
Oh, it's
from ESPN.
I would tell you this: there's a little profanity in it, but your boys would really enjoy it. I mean, it is fast moving. There's a lot of highlights. We get into the dad, his sister going. Your sister goes to Penn State, for heaven's sake. They didn't want you. You weren't good enough. Yeah. Get into the frame. How big were you through combat? 6'4". How much you weigh? 236. That's my type of quarterback.
my
You
guy.
see this guy, Josh Allen. You know what he is? 6'4", 235. I like the big guys up here. You can play quarterback for me. You're accurate. I mean, he goes through the accuracy things. It's pretty wild. And the more I watch, now granted, Gruden can sell anybody on the quarterback. You get done with it.
Yeah.
All those guys are first rounders. But it was really, really well done. And I think for a lot of people that probably opened their eyes to Will of just his progression. And I know this is something talking to scouts that they have tried to rationalize his film at Kansas State, his film at Ohio State, and then even more so like his film the last 6 to 8 games, because it just got better and better. And people are trying to figure out if that's just him being on a heater or is that was kind of who he was becoming while he was here.
You talk to guys in the league, Bob, and one of the hardest things to evaluate is Ohio State quarterback because of the skill position talent at receiver. So I think that's why now CJ ended up going 2, but I think that's kind of why there were some people like, I don't know if he can play at this level, and obviously he can, because Justin was the same thing. And I think Justin was kind of done wrong by the Bears, and we all kind of knew that was going to be the case. Anybody who's followed the Bears like I have and Beam has, you know that was going to be the case. But that's the thing that makes it hard with evaluating Ohio State quarterbacks, is because the scheme is so good, the receiving talent is so good, there are so few games where talent equates. And I think that's the thing that's Will's kind of like closing argument, if you will. He played 4 games in the playoff where the talent equates, and he was the best quarterback on the field in every one. And that's something that, to me, gets the attention. If he were to land in a place like Cleveland or San Francisco or L.A., Rams, Minnesota, Green Bay, any of those places that run the Shanahan wide zone, I know McVay's is a little bit different, but that wide zone Shanahan-influenced offense, to me, that's him perfectly. Spin your head, throw it here, and he will. And he's just such a cerebral kid. To me, it feels like he could really find a home there. And, Bob, you're worried about cuss words. NBC, I found out, has been streaming Wolf of Wall Street and Euphoria recently.
Good.
So
I know nothing about
past
Euphoria,
cuss words.
but I've got Wolf of Wall Street.
Dude,
so NBC...
Trust me, you don't want to even think about Euphoria. I watched one episode, and I'm like, oh, my God, this might be worse than Game of Thrones for kids to watch.
So... NBC is 7th, going to be an 8th, right?
13, yeah.
I think that was maybe the year prior summer was when I saw Pulp Fiction with one of my buddy's dads, and then I was able to buy the VHS at Record Town at the River Valley Mall and hide it under our basement couch, and we would pull that thing out and watch it during sleepovers. So I was about his age, and you're watching Adrenaline Needles in the Heart. I mean... The full Monty of everything. I guess it's all there for you.
Zed's Dead's a full day.
Well,
to unpack for a 13-year-old.
I didn't even fully conceptualize that.
What's going on there?
What is this? What's going on in this basement?
Why is this guy on a leash?
It's a lot of things.
Why is there a guy on a leash with a zipper over his mouth? What the hell is going on here?
With the Christopher Walken scene when he's talking about his dad being in the Vietnam prison camp with the
Feels
watch.
like that'd be uncomfortable for a long time.
Pig's a filthy animal. I never eat a
really
pig.
is.
Before we get you out of here, are you more of a Rick Hatchett guy or a Baby Billy from Walton Goggins?
Oh, Baby Billy. Come on.
Baby Billy's Bible Bunkers?
Well, now he's got Teen Jesus.
Yeah.
He's got Teen Jesus he's working on. Did you see the most recent one?
I haven't. No, we just started. We just started the first episode of the latest season this weekend.
Oh God, dude! This isn't going to give anything away, but he's working on a scripted series about Teen Jesus.
We just got done. Yeah, like I said, with the first episode where they're riding the jetpacks.
Jesse Gemstone goes, "Why don't you just call it Teen Jesus?" He goes, "No, it's Teen Jesus." It's unbelievable, dude.
He's that guy. I mean, I know that he was already a superstar, but.
So you haven't seen so you've only seen the first episode?
First episode of the last season, yeah.
Of this most recent?
Yeah, so we do load it.
I want you to text me.
Okay.
I want you to text me after the opening scene of episode 2.
Okay, got it.
All right?
Yep, understood.
All right,
what about the opening scene in the first one where he's talking to his nieces and nephews? There's a lot of different things there. A lot of different things going on in the show.
It's a lot going on.
Uncle, always appreciate it. Have a great show.
All right, boys. Be well.
There you go. It's Uncle Beau with us here every single Tuesday at this time. We're going to reveal our fan poll next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, we are watching a crash on 670 eastbound near the airport. We've got the right shoulder blocked off near Leonard Avenue. And then a crash south of Easton this morning has 270 southbound slow moving. The left lane blocked off over there. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your fan traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call
Call 1-800-COOLING.
The Columbus Men's Clinic opened in 2014 for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At the Columbus Men's Clinic, there's nothing to fear and no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for a decade. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. You'll be seen by our friendly, discreet physician who will take the time to listen. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 614-300-7400 or go to ColumbusMen'sClinic.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Book your appointment now.
Spring is here and it's time for a fresh start, starting with your ride. At Germain Toyota, we've got an offer that'll drive you into the season in style. Get behind the wheel of a 2025 Toyota Tundra SR5 today for just $499 a month. That's right, a powerful, rugged Tundra, just like the one I'm driving, for $449 a month for 36 months. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or online at germaintoyota.net. $39.99 down, 36-month lease, plus tax, title, and fees. No security deposit required with approved credit. Offer ends soon. See dealer for details.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like early pay. Moving up payday so you could get your money faster. Up to 2 days faster. And there's no cost. It's your money, right? So stop playing the waiting game. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney. Direct deposit and eligibility requirements apply.
Foodie alert! Alton Brown's farewell tour, Last Bite, is coming to Columbus on April 22nd at Mershon Auditorium. Expect culinary chaos and scientific surprises. Tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster. Don't let this delicious opportunity slip away.
I can't wait to meet her. Oh my gosh.
Put your hands together for new Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar.
There she is! Woohoo! Yeah! It's full Dr. Pepper!
With sweet blackberry flavor!
Dr. Pepper Blackberry, I'm obsessed with your succulent taste. Please marry me!
No! Marry me! Marry me, or I'm gonna freak out!
Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's a pepper thing!
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Hash browns and smackdowns. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Hey, 70 pounds down. I'm officially that now with Awaken 180. I've transitioned smoothly into maintenance mode. This isn't just weight loss, it's life-changing stuff here, folks. I've dropped 13% body fat. Visceral fat points are down by 8. Honestly, feel like a completely new man. The coolest part is that Awaken 180 just doesn't say congrats and then wave goodbye. They prepare me for maintenance. And you, too. So now I get to reintroduce myself to foods that I love. Pizza, ice cream, going out to dinner tonight before our concert. My mindset's completely different now. Do I crave junk food? Honestly, I don't. Can I eat those things now? Sure. Will I? Yeah. You betcha. But the difference is I no longer feel like I need them all the time. And Awaken 180's free support for life means that this weight is staying off. My body's working for me. I'm finally at a healthy baseline weight, feeling incredible. Change your mindset, change your life. Awaken 180 made it happen for me. Check them out online at awaken180weightloss.com. It's like last night, we were making fajitas. Instead of having a tortilla, Bob, I put it on a salad.
Just throw it in a bowl. Throw that meat in a bowl beam and slurp it down.
It was good, too. I enjoyed it.
It's good.
It's this good. This is good. Oh, man, that kid.
That's good.
We have a lot of big emotions.
That's key. My kids do, too. Oh, believe me. They watch. Wait till he gets older and starts watching the people on YouTube that everything is just overacted ridiculousness and these Disney shows. I'm like, this is terrible. I quit acting like this.
Yeah, we're into Toy Story right now still. That's been nice.
Toy Story's good.
Yeah,
it's a fun story.
Yeah, he takes, so our babysitter who comes in every morning.
Who'd you say you thought was in that? Harrison Ford or Russell Crowe? Or
I said Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I was like, Bruce Willis
it's
in Toy
Tom
Story?
Hanks and Tim Allen.
I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense now. I should tell that by the voice. I'm like, I don't know the names, man. I watched it as a kid. It's cool to see. Like, there's an old picture of me when I was a young lad, and I had a Buzz Lightyear action figure, and now his babysitter got him like a hard plastic Buzz Lightyear action figure, and he just beats the hell out of that toy. His new thing, Buzz Flying, he just chucks it across
That's right.
the room.
Hey, he knows how to make him fly.
It terrifies Theo. It's very loud when it crashes
wait
onto
till
the
he
floor.
buries it into the TV one time, Beam.
Yeah, we've been close.
I mean, Caleb, when he was probably 4 or 5, got in a fight, maybe 3, and threw the remote at the television. Now, thankfully, it survived. It was good, but I'm
telling you, man, these kids throw things hard, too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
His velo on that left arm.
Wait, dude, I can't. When he gets that.
Is he left-handed?
Well, that's what we've been
Leaning
talking
that
about.
way?
We're ambidextrous. He can do both.
Beam, you're going to retire by, well, whatever time he gets to the major leagues.
Yeah, we're going straight from high school, baby.
Oh, yeah. You'd be a great stage dad, Beam.
You think?
You'd be like LeVar Ball out there.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely who I am
You
as
need
a
to
person.
be the dad that uses their child as an opportunity to enhance their life.
Right. You live out my dreams. Can you touch this?
Exactly.
That's who I'm going to be, Tim McGraw from Friday Night Lights.
Oh, drunk, just sitting in the back, driving home, kicking.
Dropping the football.
Now, have you seen that one, Bodie? That's one of the great scenes all time. I tell everybody, I was like,
which one, the car scene or the scene where they come into the living room and he tapes the football to him?
Those are kind of part and parcel. But when he's driving in the car and kicks out the back window, throws his state championship ring out there.
Dad, what are you doing?
I mean, just drunk. I go, that's the dad that I aspire to be.
I think I'm gonna be the Poncho Pod dad. That's who I'm gonna be.
Sitting there and yelling at him. No, you want to be the dad that has the full team issued gear for your kid, name on the back, yelling down at the ref the whole time.
That's going to be Meredith. Meredith's going to be that dad. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
She's the
is.
coach in the family. I'm going to be outfield dad. Too nervous that I can't even get involved in any
It's
of
funny.
it.
People always ask, did my dad yell a lot and stuff? And he goes, and he never did, but outside of 1 or 2 games. But he goes, I always filmed your games so I would never get upset and yell. And I'm like, that I guess is
Did it
pretty
just
good.
give him something to do?
Yeah, he would sit in the back, and you'd hear him sometimes, but he didn't really say much. He'd sit up at the very top by himself, film all the games, shoulder VCR, and we'd sit there. And now my kids are watching it. We go back and watch some of my games on them and stuff. But that was his way. And so I was telling my wife, you cannot yell overtly and get crazy, because I know that you get excited about this. And same thing I talked to Age about. I was like, everyone else gets excited, but when people know who you are, John Simon was telling me this. He does the wrestling stuff. He's like, AJ's kids were there, and this guy came up. He's like, man, my son's he's wrestling Hawk's son. He's like, yeah. He's like, you're not wrestling AJ. It's your son wrestling him.
It's okay.
They're 6. He's like, but it's like
they're 6.
This is their first or second match. It's fine. Whoever wins, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that he's a better dad than you or you're a better dad than him, or that he's tougher than you or that you're tougher than him.
Yes, it does.
These are
It's the battle.
6-year-old
I've
kids.
seen Game of Thrones. I know what the pressure is on the kids.
Just sit up there in the stands and just hope that your son doesn't cry, and that if they win, they shake their hand, and it's all good.
Lots of tears at youth wrestling meets.
There's tears when you win. There's tears when you lose. It's terrible.
God, that's the dad.
But that's the reality of when you see that, and I'm like, hey. If people are going to give you sometimes opportunities, sometimes there's negatives to it for being my son. I was like, I dealt with grandpa. There's good and bad that comes with it. It's just a thing. And so me acting like a-hole up in the stands isn't going to enhance anything. So I try to stay out of it. When I'm coaching, I get a little intense, but it's like, hey, nobody's getting scholarships today, okay?
They could be.
Second grade, it's fifth grade.
These kids are ranked, though.
Exactly, because you got people out there ranking third grade basketball. I was joking. I go, Court, did you send in Caleb's half quarter? What's his net ranking coming in? Player profile.
He's the 13th ranked point guard in the state.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty good. 4 stars.
I asked him who his favorite player in the NCAA tournament was. He said LeBron James.
That's a great answer.
Steph Curry.
That's a great answer.
But you don't know anything about anything.
Yeah, LeBron, infamously very good in college. Before we get out of here today, our fan poll at 971thefan.com or on X at 971thefan is sponsored by Caster Connection. Which do you think is most likely to happen next season? Ohio State football repeats as national champions, or Ohio State men's basketball makes the NCAA tournament? That's a great question, Bodie. I didn't look at the fan poll until right now.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a 52-48 split.
That's a really good question.
What do you think is leading?
Repeat?
Yeah.
It's early in the day.
ESPN had Ohio State as, I think it was 22 or 23 in their way too early top 25 poll for men's hoops.
All right. So. I mean, I know that you don't have a full roster yet, so that's one thing.
You got 5 guys.
You got Bruce Thornton, you got Devin, you got Junie. Those are the 3 guys. You added a couple of guys.
Santa Clara.
Correct.
St. Mary's, one of the 2.
The big fella.
Santa Clara.
Yeah, you got him in. So who knows?
There's
Bob,
4.
I had so much fun with you today. What do you say we reconvene tomorrow if they allow us? You good with that?
I will. I'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, Concert Brandon tonight. Excited about that. Forgot I was doing that until last night. Everybody have an awesome day. Uncle Beau and the boys, they're up next. We're back live tomorrow morning to break everything down. Have a good one. Talk to you then. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now we're watching a crash just south of Easton on 270 southbound. The left lane blocked off just past Morse Road. And then we've also got a crash near the airport, 670 eastbound. The right shoulder blocked off right near Leonard Avenue. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your fan traffic.
Hey, spring is here, and nobody wants to suffer through another spring, summer, fall, not being able to do the things you love. Get outside, walk around with friends, go to your kids' games, go to your grandkids' games. Maybe you want to go bike. Maybe you want to play some pickleball, some tennis, some golf, whatever it is. Those are the activities you'll love to do. And maybe you're in intense pain. Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. That was me. That was my dad. And so you want to know what we did? We went and saw the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, Ohio. They're on the case, and they're going to get you the relief just like they did for us. For me, it was my knee. I had some issues from playing. They helped it out. For my dad, it was his other knee. They helped him out. But whether it's a hip, a shoulder, or back, you won't miss a beat. There's no surgery, and there's no long recovery. With QC Kinetics, the science is solid. They'll give you your life back without harmful meds. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus and find out the easiest path for you. They've got 2 new locations in Canal, Winchester, and Grove City, so give them a call at 380-208-4544.
When your sump pump is no longer sumping and pumping, please don't become a sump pump grump.
A sump pump grump thinks whacking the pump will make it start working again.
But it never does.
Get Eco.
ECO. A sump pump grump will let a faulty sump pump completely ruin a perfectly good day.
Fortunately, I've invented a solution.
No more sump pump grump?
No more sump pump grump.
Get Eco.
ECO. Tell me about it, Jerry.
The solution is that you get Eco to do a sump pump inspection.
What would that include?
We check your pump, your battery backup, and all the downspouts and drains along the way to make sure everything is running clear.
How much?
That's up to you, Aaron.
Jerry, Eco would be happy to do that for just $89.
That's a great price.
Get Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
Go to geteco.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. Of course, I sit and do the show 3 hours a day. But after that, I'm looking to get things done and enjoy the spring weather. So I want to be on my feet a lot, playing golf, working out, just moving around. I was introduced to the Good Feet store because my feet were aching way too often. And what I found there is a 3-step custom arch support system that has me feeling awesome. My personally fit arch supports have helped realign my feet, reposition my body into a more ideal position, and not only that, strengthen my feet to help support me. It's made all the difference in how I feel every day. The Good Feet store is going to help you where you need relief and find the arch supports that work best for you. And when you wear them as a system, Their arch supports are more effective at long-term pain reduction and elimination. So go in, take the free test walk. Good Feet arch supports are immediately available. Their products are proudly made in the USA. They're on Polaris Parkway and on Stringtown Road in Grove City or at goodfeet.com.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news to stats to placing bets in a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
If you're like most Americans, you've racked up tens of thousands in credit card debt. You're stuck with 20% interest fees, and even the monthly payments, well, they're hard to make. It's insane. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. The good news is that there is a way out. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending. They specialize in fast, easy access to the equity in your home. Most homeowners have hundreds of thousands of dollars in their home equity. That's your money. AFLcash.com can get it out for you with zero junk fees and zero hassle. You can pay off all those credit cards in just a matter of days. Pay off your car loans too. Cut your monthly expenses by $800 or even $900. I'm telling you, the relief you need, well, it's right there at your fingertips. AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Break out of the credit card debt prison with AFLcash.com.
Equal housing lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLS